Hello, everyone, and welcome to the grand finals of criticalops. Today, we are going to be crowning the champion of Worlds 2024, and I am so excited to be getting into that momentarily. I am Mantis, but I am not the only one who's going to be here on stream today. I'd like to introduce my two extremely handsome casters, Sudden Death and Dutch Boy. How are you guys doing?
Great, man. It's great to be here again, Jake. I know I'm speaking for you as well when I say so. Yesterday was already quite insane, and today even more, right? We're going to crown a potential new or one that's just picking up a back-to-back world champion. So either one of the two stories is insane.
It's the end today. We're finally here, December 15th. It's 2-1. Invictus is leading, and it's going to be an insane set of matches. Are we going to go to the distance, or is it going to be a quickly closed out series here? We're going to find out. Before we do so, Manth's going to tell you how we got to where we got to today.
Absolutely. Yes, we do got to let y'all know the journey to the grand finals because it's been quite a long one. Of course, we started off with stage one being the open qualifiers, where there was a limit of 32 teams per region, but basically anyone could participate for Worlds. And we basically took the top 8 teams who were going to be qualifying for the next stage from each region. And again, this did take place between October 28th and November 6th, quite a while ago. And again, top 8 teams from each region did advance to the second stage, which is going to be a regional stage where we had a double elimination bracket, and we still were splitting it between Eurasia and Americas within this aspect of stage 2. And from here we had best of 3 matches, and we only had the top 3 teams per bracket advancing to the third stage, which was in fact going to be the final stage / the playoffs, where we did have a single elimination format. Last weekend we actually had the semifinals where we got to see a lot of exciting action, and then of course we move on from there into the grand finals, where we do have our ultimate matchup here for today, Rain versus Invictus. It is played over 2 days. First day was yesterday, so again, after the stream today, if you guys missed it, make sure y'all are checking out the stream from yesterday. But it is going to be played throughout 2 days, so we did play the first 3 maps yesterday, and we're going to be playing the remaining maps today, however many those are going to be. It could be, you know, maybe only 2 maps, but hopefully we're going to go the full distance to get an exciting 4 matches here today. So I'm so excited for the grand finals matchup that's happening. Speaking of which, why don't we go ahead and break down this prize pool, see what the teams are competing for. Again, with a total prize pool of 25,000 US dollars, there is a lot to break down here. Starting off towards the back, we can see 5th place. There's gonna be 2 teams taking home this prize of 1,000 US dollars and 5,000 credits being distributed 7 times among those players. 3rd place, there's gonna be 2 teams taking home the prize of 2,500 US dollars. They're also be getting 7 of the champion knife skins, and of course 10,000 credits to all the players on their roster. Then coming in at 2nd place, we do have 6,000 US dollars, the champion knife skins and the champion glove skins, as well as 15,000 credits. And then 1st place will be taking home $12,000, 7 champion skins for the knife and the gloves, but also they're going to be getting the champion rings, which again, they're in real life. You can sit there and flex it, you know, let everyone know, hey guys, I am the champion of worlds. So that is obviously a super cool prize. And then also 25,000 credits to each of those players. And speaking of the champion skins, we're going to go ahead and show those on screen right now for you guys. Again, very clean gold skins. You got the dual knives over there and the golden gloves. I'm not gonna lie, this is easily my favorite champion skin so far, and so excited to see who is going to be rocking. Well, I guess both these teams are rocking them, but you know, either way, so excited to see these teams get to wear them going forward after today. Now we're gonna be taking a quick look at the bracket here, seeing how we got here for the final stage. Again, in the quarterfinals, we did have Underestimated and No Mercy, then Rain and Zenith side. No Mercy and Rain moving on from there. And to the semifinals, where we had Invictus versus No Mercy and Evil Vision versus Rain. Of course, Invictus got a swift 2-0. Rain had a bit more of a hard match. They had to play against Evil Vision and managed to make it happen, but it was quite the close game, and that game also felt very intense. But of course, the winner of each of those moved on to the grand finals, where we had Invictus versus Rain. And now hopping into this team breakdown, I am actually going to bring back Dutch Boy so we can go ahead and talk about these teams that are playing today.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mantis. It's it's very interesting, right? We got 2 big forces, like we mentioned, the El Clasico as well. If you're speaking of Invictus, you're speaking of Rain, there's so much to talk about, right? In Invictus, you still got 2 people that were in Rain last year, winning the World Championship, Mosha and Nexera. both are winners of Worlds 2023, but then also some players that are still hungry for that title, of course, coming in. Jimmy, of course, left from Pro League Season 2 onwards. We haven't seen him play, brought him back into the team, brought Invictus back, and look what lineup he brings up. And I haven't even spoken about the players on the top in terms of the rating.
Oh yeah, no, I mean, again, we all know Malik, probably one of my favorite players to watch personally. This is the man himself who uses gyro, the only pro player who uses gyro, but he makes it work. I mean, this guy is crazy, literally 1.57 rating, and I know if he's in the lobby, Malik is probably going to be carrying, you know, there's a good chance, like maybe not always, but it's basically guaranteed for him.
And he's also played for Rain before, right? He's played for Rain last season. They didn't really play all too well or all too much, so there wasn't much registered for it, but he has been a part of the Rain lineup as well, so he knows them throughout. Looking at this team, or the tournament history, right, of this team in particular, the only thing that's really seen is on that second page, because here, of course, some circuit wins coming out, but then a big sort of gap. What was the reason for that? Jimmy wasn't in the lineup, and the lineup wasn't that good, to be honest, to play for, right? Very inexperienced, not the usual that you're seeing right now, because with Jimmy in a team, he has connections, he has players to connect, and this is actually the organization from Jimmy as well in Invictus. So they won Pro League Season 2, even with a player like Jeppa in there, the Finnish player which also played this World Championship. Unfortunately, didn't get so far, but yeah, that's the thing. There's a lot of a gap in between, and that's particularly due to Jimmy just simply not being there. Now that he's back, there's a chance for them to shine, as like we've seen, they're 2-1 up, and they're playing up against Rain. Rain also a lineup with a lot of talent in the scene. My line, which is playing from the North American side of things. Shadow joining from Mullet Mafia after losing the World Championship last year up against Rain from Mullet Mafia. He was playing, now joining the dark side. Then you've got yourself a Fallen Knight and a Faultless, which we all know. Fricks is usually the stand-in player for Rain coming out, but also Donnelly, which actually every single lineup that he played for, together with Noxic for the majority of the time, has turned into gold. He played one season of Pro League, which he actually managed to immediately win with Violent GG. And then Stizex, on the other hand, the player which you're actually going to see in Map 1 today again, like we saw him also play in Map 1 yesterday. He is only 34 maps in, but already playing for Rain. That kind of shows how good that team is, or how good that player is.
Yeah, no, usually you tend to see these guys go with a more experienced roster. Bringing in a newer player like that who isn't familiar with the team, it just goes to show he's got to be crazy. Looking at the tournament history here, we can see we got 3 pages of results coming here in the second page. Embers of Victory Season 1, 2, and 3. They were able to compete 2 and 3. They got second place. And in Pro League Season 1, Rain managed to get first place and win. And then in Season 2, they were down to third place. Of course, this third page is probably the most important, in my opinion, because you guys can see Rain are your world championships from I say world champions from 2022 and 2023. First place for both of those, giving them total earnings of $36,850. And this is a team right now who probably wants to see if they can try and win 3 times in a row. I mean, that would be an insane title to have. I feel like Rain would be the undisputed GOATs of criticalops if they pull that off.
Yeah, for now, definitely they would. I mean, we're going to see what they will bring in the future. But like Pro Leagues and stuff, we don't care about that. As soon as we're in the World Championship and as soon as we're playing there again, we're here to strike. And that's the thing me and Jake potentially hinting on a lot of times. Rain, whenever it doesn't quote-unquote matter, they won't yet perform. But when they're with their backs against the wall, they're the toughest beast to be taken away, and that's exactly what Rain is sort of known for, and why they have been twice world champion already, trying to make it 3.
Yeah, and honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I think it's possible, but again, right now, as you guys know, Invictus are actually up 2-1, so Rain are gonna have a bit of an uphill battle to fight here coming into day number 2 of the grand finals.
Yeah, particularly. Let's take a look at those matches that we saw, and potentially about some predictions that personally I have going into this. At least just talk about what our expectations will be. Because so far, Mantis, the map picks have gone the exact ways of the picks that have come out, right? Invictus picked Soar, they won it out. Grounded was a complete stomp by Rain coming in. Invictus, really, they weren't that prepared for Grounded, hadn't played it in the World Championship yet, and although Jimmy said that he had prepared for it, you could definitely see that Rain had the upper hand on that one. Bureau got incredibly close, but was a win from Invictus. That leaves us with Raid. And the thing I'm mostly concerned about is that Raid is going to have to be a map that Rain will immediately have to win from the get-go, right? They're going to have to start off this day of criticalops, maybe not warmed up yet, right? In terms of the game, you usually need like a map to kind of warm up in a best of 3. That's nice, but now you really don't got the room for it, because then Port is waiting, which is Invictus pick again.
Yeah, and it's going to be very interesting to see how this plays out. Again, like you were saying, all the maps have gone in favor of the teams. Again, you got to wonder what happens in the alternate universe where Rain won on Miro, because again, that was so close, 13-12. Like, that had to be such a heartbreaking defeat for Rain, because I'm here to tell you right now, if they truly feel like they are the champions of Critical Ops, and they have been for the past 2 years, they would have been in a much better spot here. But now they have quite the battle to fight. And again, another thing we were kind of talking about off camera earlier is how the servers are going to have such a big impact coming in here, because again, they're going to be playing on some Turkey servers going into Raid and Port here. And that's going to make it very hard for Rain, and specifically my line, who is going to be competing from North America. Just playing on those servers instead of the Swedish ones are going to make it a bit more difficult for Rain. You know, they're not really going to have that straight server advantage coming into Raid and Port.
Interesting take, of course. What we're going to take a look at now is the World Supporter that you can still get in the item shop, of course. Quite interesting to take a look at that. They are beautiful.
Yes, definitely a beautiful set of knives. Again, make sure you guys are taking advantage of this knife while you still can. It is available in the shop. A very clean World Supporter knife, almost looks like the champion knife, you know, just maybe a slightly different color scheme, so maybe you can feel like a champion rocking those knives. But of course, those aren't the only in-game skins that are available right now. We also do have the Fireworks Critical Pass, and those are going to consist of a couple of skins that are popping up on screen right now. We do have, of course, one of my favorites, the HK FP6. I'm here to tell you right now, FP6 needs a little more love. Hopefully some players are going to be rocking that today on stream. We also have the luxury cases available right now in the shop. Make sure you guys are copping a couple of these, because again, some super clean skins. I love the whole festive theme behind them. That TRG skin has got to be probably one of my favorites, but of course the AR-15 is looking at me nice in the back over there too. So I'm not gonna lie, both of these skins are looking super clean. Also going to give a quick shout out to a couple of our sponsors making the stream possible. We do have GameSir. First of all, again, we do have a giveaway that's going to be popping up in the chat. There is a Gleam link. Make sure you guys are keeping your eyes peeled for that. But this is going to be a controller that you can use, and it's going to be compatible with Switch, iOS, Android, tablets, PC, basically anything that you can connect a controller to. This is going to work, especially for those of you Critical Ops players that are watching right now. This is going to be perfect for gaming anywhere. It's going to basically make it so you can see there, attach your phone to the controller. We do have a video breaking that down that we're probably going to play later on in the stream. But again, make sure you guys are taking advantage of the GameSir controller. But of course, GameSir isn't our only sponsor here, because we also have Red Magic with the Nova tablet. And again, there is a giveaway for that one, Gleam down in the description. But I also do believe we have a live giveaway. More about that in just a moment here, waiting on some confirmation. But again, we do also have the Red Magic Nova gaming tablet with a 2.8K resolution and 10.9 inches display. And it's going to have a 144 hertz refresh rate, meaning you can get some insane action for that playing Critical Ops on this. It also has a flagship chipset leading version Snapdragon, and it's going to have a 9-layer cooling system and an internal fan that reduces the core temperatures by 25 degrees Celsius. For those of you nerds out there, you know that's a lot of cooling and some very powerful cooling for a mobile device. So again, make sure you guys are taking advantage of the giveaway that is down in the description below. And also going to be popping up in the chat. We do have the Gleam link for that. All right, bringing it back, let's go ahead and bring in our casters. Gentlemen, the game is about to happen. I'm excited.
Me too,
I'm
man.
excited too. Raid, as you all said, I think this is a very important map here for Team Rain. I think if they drop this map, it might just be that 4-1. I think this is a do or die situation here for Team Rain. They need to come in and prove themselves. They were lacking just a little bit yesterday. Again, as you mentioned, Manthus, the alternate timeline here, in the multiverse where Rain wins the map yesterday because it was 13-12. That's what Jesse and I were saying going into it. Is we're looking at Bureau like this is going to be such a close game. Not, it's like we weren't going to go a toss up, but it really came down to being a toss up. Invictus had a great first part of the map 3, and then Rain started to come back and they started to apply the pressure to the pedal finally, and hopefully they'll be able to bring that in to today, and we shall see if they're able to do so or not, because we're just about to dive on into the knife round.
Yeah, quite soon that will make it into it. I mean, as we said, Raid is a map where it's mostly a lot of aim, a lot of fast play. So we already see some people in the chat mentioning about Rain's aggressiveness. I mean, if we're looking at a map in particular where aggressiveness is required, it is Raid. Let's take a look what they can do. First, we'll have a knife round. So let's quit the yabbing. Let's get the stabbing.
We're going to keep yapping, though. Don't worry. They're going to stab, but we will continue yapping. We will never stop. Can't stop, won't stop. Chat map number 4, day 2. Technically map 1 of day 2, but map 4 overall. Oh, man, am I excited. Raid, maybe. I wanted to see some KSG action yesterday. We had one shotgun pulled out 1 round. Maybe we'll get it today. I just make my wish come true. Santa, I've been mostly a good boy this year. And
Coalition wins.
was it Team Rain? Are they going to do it? Jesse, they're not. Once again, Invictus winning the knife round. That has been the story so far here in the grand finals. It is Invictus constantly winning those knife rounds, getting to choose which side they start on.
Yeah, and they have chosen the T side, or the breach side again. The breach, where it's Invictus again beginning on the breach side. This has always been their choice. Rain has always started on Coalition. While now on breach, the methodical aspect of it isn't necessarily that known. The thing I do know with the breach side is mostly it's about like getting warmed up with your aim a little bit, right? You have more freedom to move around the map. So in a way, that could be beneficial to Invictus, having some of those strategies planned and still trying to warm up. But I mean, yeah, the methodical aspect of it, we would probably have to ask Jimmy about it if we get the chance to. Let's take a look, though, when the game is live. And now we'll move into it.
Waiting for that final confirmation here. Just finishing cleaning up stuff in the background. Chat, vote here in the poll. I'm looking at the poll in the chat right now. 53% think Team Rain's going to get this W.
Ooh, only 53, though.
Oh, now it's 52. 48% think Invictus. So it's very, very close here. But still, Rain having the slight edge.
The thing is kind of like in mobile esports or on the mobile esports website with the voting, Rain always has 80%. And now it's like 50-50. That means how people have started to like this Invictus lineup a bit. And like we mentioned briefly in the start of this stream, Stizex is playing again for Rain. So they've made a change. They've removed Donnelly again, brought in Stizex, which was playing on Soar. They didn't win with Stizex on Soar, but potentially on Raid. That's the relation again that they're sort of going for, giving Stizex sort of quote-unquote another chance, or thinking that Raid would be more beneficial to play with him, and Invictus going back to their sort of very slow, methodical style, making their way into middle all the way to Coalition spawn, potentially trying to wrap their way through. What are they doing? All crouching, all sneaking their way across. Do they go all the way towards A? Or is it going to be the B side of choice? No, they're going to wrap all the way to the A side, and Fallen Knight should be faced with disaster, at least a surprise element, because Invictus have made no noise yet. Rain is simply not aware. Fallen Knight now checking like, can they be in Coalition spawn? They have no idea. And Invictus is probably just going to take a free A side, because look at Rain going aggressive. They're going aggressive through tunnels. And Invictus just find A completely open.
Yeah, they're like, is this even real right now?
Yeah, they can't believe it.
Valley planting bomb, and 30 seconds was left on the clock, but now the roles reversed. Team Rain will have to be the aggressors here. They're going to be working their way around. You can see one player down there, Faultless, moving back through vents to move up a ramp. He will be the kind of lurker. Fallen Knight going to open it up here. Quick trade out there, and there's Fallen Knight finding Valley. Now needs to get back up here and help his teammate out. They're in a tough spot. Rain pushing in, working on retaking the site. Myline and Fallen Knight getting it. They really need this round. Now the last player here. Firing several shots. That bomb is about to go off. They have to get up there. I don't think he's going to have time. They played it well there on the side of Invictus. Everybody making the ultimate sacrifice there towards the end. Not only get the bomb plant, but also taking the W, getting that early cash advantage. Invictus looking good here in round number 1.
That's a really decent, good way to begin your barrage of rounds that you're going to have to find. Immediately on the breach side as well, where they wanted to begin warming up their aim, but also on the map like Raid, where it's kind of mandatory to pick up so many rounds on your T side, just required to do it. Otherwise, not looking all too great. And also a map where few of the altercations will not be as easy for Myline to sort of play that Pika's advantage, right? On Bureau, the angles are quite straightforward, whereas here there's a lot of height difference, a heaven that you gotta deal with. Myline then playing on the Turkey servers will definitely not be benefiting from his ping now whatsoever. For now, Invictus rotating towards B. Of course, a bunch of pistols are placed. Xera finding Myline on the side, Fallen Knight still having to do it with the XD. Thurgood now chipping in from the heaven side with XD not doing all too much work. Fallen Knight should be dealt with. He will. Leaves it all down to Faultless, who's for now on the other side of the map, having to start running in. Will be heard, will be seen. Finds a frag plus an AK picked up. This can get quite dicey still. So around the corner, Jimmy might want to go for this peak frag. It's not going to do that yet from the boxes. He's waiting for the time to go by, for the time to roll. All the way up to heaven, where Faultless will still with the AK. She's going to make a Helmer play. Notes where Valley is. The flash, though, will stop him. And the time is already ticking, right? That bomb has been planted a long time ago. So Fault's going to have to jump, fight them both, and go with an instant defuse, which just simply doesn't look to be happening. A fall down play. Now, does he know where Jimmy is? He has to tap it, has to defuse. Not going to happen. So he finds every single one. Will also be the one to not get eliminated. Stays alive. So this is good economy damage done to Invictus, but simply not enough to win the round.
No, but I like to see that from Rain. Already here, round number 2, Faultless coming in, getting that big play. Already seems a little more awake, a little more alive than Team Rain did yesterday. So Fallen Knight there, 4-2 already. Looking at, was that 133 there for Myline? You know what he needs to do? I'm just thinking about this. Myline, because he played number 5 up there on the mini-map. He needs to work this A site and be swinging constantly, just seeing if they're breach walking down that corridor there, swing and peek out and fire. Just again, try to use that ping to your advantage. I guess you could also work B as well, is where he's at right now, but the kind of more slow, methodical play he's playing, because of that higher ping, I don't know if that's the best idea. We'll see though. Yeah, where he's at now is not bad.
Nah, this is not a bad angle. It's like more of when you're on the site and like from heaven, that is really, really awkward. But kind of feel like Myline, the positions where he's put into, Jake, are usually like heavy fighting as well. So he's really going to have to deliver. And he's capable of dealing with a little bit of a delay on the screen. But if Invictus is ready enough, it's going to be tough for Myline nevertheless. We're going to have to see though. He's trying to swing with the arc towards B long. Position from Jimmy also not all too bad with the Scar. Waiting for a potential push towards Gravel, which can really help and be beneficial to an entry point. Because I think Stizex wants to go aggressive here. Jimmy looking in, seen, and taken.
$30 seconds here. You got to make your commitment. Time to put a ring on it. Looks like B is going to be the side of choice. Grenades coming in over top. Volgren going to be pushing around the corner. Finds one. There's Myline with a swing. Got the headshot. Can he get another? He's able to double up with the AUG in his hand. It's Xera going down. Valley has made his way on site, said his prayers, and jumped outside of heaven. Malik finding Myline and doubles up there, but it's Fallen Knight. He's going to be the one to shut it out. And Team Rain putting the first point on the board. Can't you see? It's like, I know this is super early on, but it does seem like a different Rain team from yesterday. Do you agree with that? Is it just me? It's like there's just something in the air. You can feel it.
I mean, yeah, the map kind of lets to it as well. I feel like, in a way, like Bureau is a lot more static. But these are maps again that Rain should then quote unquote win, because it is a map kind of suiting their playstyle, kind of making them feel unstoppable in a way. And I could agree with you on that standpoint with the way Rain has been looking as of right now, the first 3 rounds. Let's see if they can continue that, because the side of A has already been taken over. Although Invictus have just pistols to play with, they're gonna try and go for preemptive fights. MyLine will be the one opening things up. Damage has been done to the player from Rain as well, but up close, MyLine just making the best of it. That's 4 kills from MyLine. A triple kill in quick succession, but the first, that was also his. Now flying in the air a bit. Rain up to a second. Invictus planting the bomb will still provide them with some cash to work with. They will have that buy, it looks like. But MyLine is already woken up and ready to play to his ultimate best.
That's what you need. You need some performance from MyLine today, because he was just so severely lacking yesterday, and already looking good here. You know, I was looking at the times played. 30 total played in competitive setting for Rain, 21 played for Invictus. 71% win rate for Invictus and a 53% win rate for Team Rain. So, you know, almost stats-wise, this is more of a map Invictus wins on. I think it plays well to their play style too. Just that faster, aggressive, scrappier play. But Rain looks like they've been doing their studying, done their homework, and so far here in round number 5, they've been able to tie it up. We'll see if they can take the lead. Bomb slowly making its way down B long here. It's into boiler right now, trying to decide if they're going to go up to heaven or stay down there in the boiler room. Just about a minute on the clock here. They're going to have to make their commitment. Fallen Knight moving down. I have an altercation here with Jimmy. Get a little aggressive, and then he's around the corner. Faultless going to strike first, opening the kill feed up. It's Jimmy going to win the gunfight versus Fallen Knight, and it's trades back and forth there. They're pushing to the site. Faultless trying to stay alive. Util going out, and it might make a rotation over here through CT spawn. Jimmy was getting aggressive, but decides to pull on back, and they're to commit over here towards the B site. The problem is the bomb has been left up inside heaven or right downstairs. Jimmy with the Hail Mary frag coming and getting out of Faultless out of the way. Up to Malik right now. Flash going in. Ooh, that is going to hurt. Naxera finding Shadow. And it's now 2 versus 3. Stizix coming from behind, making a little bit of noise. Bomb is now being planted.
Bomb has been planted.
And they gotta work on the retake.
Such an advantage.
Try to work those angles. Stizix, great play. MyLine, 1v1. It's Malik jumping out of the air with the gyroscope. Invictus back in the lead.
A fallen angel coming to save Invictus. What a play that was. Coming out from Malik, taking a double out of nowhere, finding that round. This was a great round from MyLine, setting him up immediately for success, setting Rain up for success, but that hasn't been the case the previous time. Malik, ex-Rain player, of course, from Libya. It's already making himself known. A very nice play from Malik to get Invictus into an even better position. Necessity as well. For Rain that looked really good from the start. They had the man advantages, right? So it looked like a little bit of a throw. Then Rain coming back. But in the end, a double from Malik to seal the deal. A lot of control that has always been found by Invictus over towards this B long. Something they just haven't been able to take here, Rain. Faultless on the side, still waiting. Well, around the smoke, Jimmy is on the cusp of pushing his way through. It's just going to make its way in. The flashes trying to make them fall away. Fallen Knight is forced to fall. Shadow fully flashed though. So he tried to help in, tried to chip in to no avail because Faultless falls. The site looks to be under control here for Invictus. 1-for-1 trades are coming out. A wallbang found to drop the bomb. That's ridiculous kill from MyLine to take. And now Raid, I think they're allowing this bomb to go down, knowing they have the man advantage coming through. They're going to try and set up for the retake here with 40 seconds left. Veli, it's still suspecting something. Well, he's going to have to move a tad bit faster, or he'll start wrapping their way over towards A. Rain is going to lurk towards B. Well, Invictus chooses the tunnels to move their way down and get their way across into that A side. Steps are made. This is now heard by Stizix, I feel like. No, not really. I thought for a second that he realized what was going on. Now they realize with the bomb getting planted. So this is going to have to be a magnificent retake for Rain still. Invictus that had a free B site chose A instead. And now the retake's going to come from Steps from Veli that will be hurt on the lurk around. So he's going to try to take a spot elsewhere. Wants to win out this 1v1. Hearing 2 steps towards that A long coming out. Might have a kill here towards the coalition spawn. Opens up the round. Opens up the gap. But Stizek jump spots. Takes him down. It's all down to Malik here. The 1 versus 3. Heads up fight against 1. Make it 2. Not the 3rd. Not a clutch again for Malik. And the round saved by Rain.
Bomb has been defused.
Keeping it nice and close here. Here's this play by Malik. Look at him. The fallen angel, like you said. You can see that gyro right there, too. He's able to move it just perfectly to land right on his head. I couldn't do it. Props to him. There he is, Shadow, the player who saved the round there for Team Rain. Got the bomb defuse. Down to almost the last second. Moving into round number 7. Volgren just with the dualies and no armor. Am I seeing that correctly? Yeah, I just adjusted my eyes. Yeah, that is good. that is okay. Very interesting. Shadow gonna find Malik, trying to double up on his Valley, gonna put him down on the ground. Stizix and Flash coming out. He's about to swing, and he sees plenty of players to shoot at. He's able to drop Jimmy, and it's Fallen Knight with 2. Make it 3 with the AUG in his hand, and Team Rain is now in the lead there. Jimmy had such an incredibly impressive performance yesterday. Map 1, Map 2, and most of Map 3. Right there towards the end, he got a little quiet. One of the questions we were asking yesterday is he going to be able to carry that performance into today? And again, I know it's still early on here, but hasn't been as loud, hasn't been as dominant as he was yesterday.
And it is a necessity on a map like this, right? To have all your players ready. Let's see if the entry will then help, right? Not being able to do too much in the kill department. Maybe he can entry his way through. Malik will. And that's already A side taken over, so sure, Rain might have the better weapons, but again, a retake that needs to be on. The time already ticking on that one, so let's see if this 4 versus 4 is any good for Team Rain.
Bomb slowly ticking down. Jimmy does have that AUG in hand. Out of an altercation here. Valley pops on out, and Shadow. Blinded takes it down. To see a blue in the kill feed. Here's Naxera. Oh my gosh! You do what? No! I thought he was gonna have it. My line. He's got time to defuse. Man, he's making it look easy. It's like an arcade match for him. Give him the teddy bear.
That would have been one of the best plays we've ever seen. That would have been the best play we've ever seen.
Dude, definitely. I mean, I can't. Wow.
Oh my goodness. That deagle, that crosshair placement as well, right? Beautifully at the head. 2 kills and then a 3rd. Not the 4th for Naxera. The Turkish man allowed to do it. Wanted to do his X-team a whole lots of damage. Dealing damage, he most certainly did, but not to them in the round counted. Fast push from Invictus seems to be working, right? Aggressive pushes, but this time a hold that's so great from Rain. Nothing allowed. A Shadow is just a pillar on the site. 3 kills have been found. Jimmy allowed to get at least 1 back, but the ratio finishing the day. All SGs picked up, but search for Stizek. So many weapons on the side from Rain, and that on the coalition side of Raid is something to be very, very cautious about. This is not a good spot for Invictus to be in.
Dude, there's that play again. He was so close to. You could even blame potentially the higher ping in my line for not picking it up. And we are underway here. 6-3, Rain. So far, a nice lead, comfortable. Being on the coalition side here, you would like to finish it out 8-4, 9-3, somewhere in that range. Of course, all maps are technically coalition sided, but this one can be breached depending on how you play it, depending on how confident you're on it. The strats you have rocking. Curious to see how Rain's going to play it when they go into the flip. But they keep playing like they are here on the coalition side. There won't be much time on the breach side for them. They close out here 9-3. We're getting a little ahead of ourselves though.
Yeah, it is. It's going to be tough. Good position from Naxera though. Look at his lurking play. What we saw yesterday a lot from Invictus, particularly Vulgrant getting into advanced positions, catching off rotations, while Fallen Knight is totally aware of Naxera potentially being here. Well, immediately Invictus start rotating around with the rep. Now playing on the sound with Fallen Knight running. Naxera might start to chase. We have to keep our eye on that number 6 on the minimap as soon as he walks over. But the fight, in the meantime, happening, right, on the A side. That's where the first push needs to come. Now Fallen Knight runs, which gives Nexera a chance to go for a lurk. Nelek, in the meantime, on the side, making a lot of noise. It's required that they're finding success. There comes Nexera to find Fallen Knight. Now he's in, but the rest of the side is not under control. Shadow managed to hold on again. Another triple kill from him. Romanian is shutting them all down every single time, and the time is not on their side. The time has run out, and Rain is going to pick it up again. 7 on the board for Rain. A tactical pause used from Invictus because things aren't going the way they suspect, but particularly Shadow, Jake, that we're looking at 3 times or 2 times in a row now, has found a 3K or a 4K. Just a lot of kills from Shadow in 1 round, which has been the total reason for their success at the moment.
Oh, and look at Fallen Knight, 15 and 6 so far, and my line 10 and 5. Was he positive? I think he was at the bottom of the scoreboard pretty much every single map yesterday. Maybe there was it map 3
Yeah.
he maybe was sitting middle side on.
Bureau, he was making his way up.
Yeah. So it's good to see him performing as well. I mean, if you're a Team Rain fan, you have to be happy, but you're already looking at Invictus. Jimmy, 4 and 10. Vulgrin, 2 and 10.
Yeah.
I mean, like, ouch.
Yeah, that's ouch.
Yeah, that is definitely a ouch. Need a band-aid there and a little kiss from mom and say, time to get back here in the game, gentlemen. It's only 7-3, still plenty of time to make the comeback here. But again, I think this is the Team Rain we've seen in previous years here. And when they need to, they start applying pressure, man. When it's come down to the wire, because even if I recall, I know in Worlds 2022, if they had finished it out in one day, I think Eevee would have won. But because they had that second day break, they were able to regroup and whatnot. Rain became a totally different team. I wouldn't say it kind of happened similarly in last year, but not the exact same. And I'm almost getting that vibe from 2022 here versus Invictus. Faultless, almost getting 2, able to do big damage to Vulgrin. My line, quick with the refrag on that. The team play is just better with Rain today as well. They seem to be lacking in that yesterday.
But Jake, did you just see what they did? They pushed towards almost like the breach bomb. They're so confident. It looked to be an altercation of just like the breach side pushing, the coalition side defending, but it was the other way around. Rain is simply pushing Invictus back to their spawn right now after a tactical timeout. When Invictus thought, let's play a little slower. Let's just give them space for Rain to push. Rain just says, okay, we're gonna push because we're too confident for it. They make it look so easy. They make it look so nice. And there's 8 on the board for Rain. The thing is, right now, it completely swaps around. And I totally agree with you on the fact that you're saying, like, Rain in terms of, like, second days of Worlds. They were also a lot better last year's second day than they were on the first. I think they were also down after the first day. And they made that comeback happen just again because when Rain feels in trouble, they're the best. They just gotta feel in trouble first.
I think that's what it is. There's something about they need to be their backs against the wall. They need to be pinned in the corner. They need to be that cornered animal before they can really start lashing out. And so far, it's looking like it might just be a 9-3 first half. Right now, it's a sea of yellow there in the kill feed. Fallen Knight looking up towards heaven. He needs to say a prayer. He's going to jump down, smoke covering that opportunity up. And the bomb is being planted right now by Nexera. Man advantage is in favor of Team Invictus. Valley making sure nobody climbing those stairs towards heaven. And there's damage being done. My line and teammate Fallen Knight right there on ramp. Nexera is going to drop him out. Oh, doubles off. That's it. Invictus going to prevent the 9-3 half. Stizik's getting aggressive. That flash doing just a little bit to him. And Valley denies those prayers and sends him back to purgatory. It's an 8-4 half there. Team Rain up by 4, but Invictus able to prevent it from going to 9-3. Can they carry this momentum into the pistol round and close that gap even more?
I gotta say, Rain is looking good on paper right now. The thing I just remembered was we saw Rain and Invictus in the upper bracket final take. I think we were both casting that one as well. Invictus made a comeback on the second half of Raid, winning it 13-11 in the end. So
yeah, like you said, winning at 13-11, making that comeback. So we'll see. This is something that is, I'm sure, fresh in both of these teams' minds, and they prepared for. Pistol round opening up, multiple shots going down. Invictus takes them by surprise. It's Jimmy and Valley with 2 apiece. And there it is, that pistol round under the belts of Invictus. They're going to be able to apply the pressure now and work on closing the gap even more with the cash advantage. And there's those stats we were just talking about Only 21 times played there for Team Invictus only, and then 30 times played for Team Rain. But look at the win-loss ratio. Yes, Rain has played it 9 more times, but they've lost basically every single one of those 9 more times they've played. Invictus having won over 2/3 there. Huge confidence on our there's a nice little confidence boost to be playing the map you have that type of win rate on.
Jeez, Shadow on the side already. He just ran fully out with his knife, and he got away with it. That's a plant. That's 1k for each and every one added to the bank. Sure, of course, the retake should be easy to happen, but that's good cash found for Rain. And the fact Shadow just runs up, right? He had 1 mission in that round, and that was planting the bomb. 1 mission. Invictus onto 8, and like you said, and like I mentioned, right, the comeback might be on. Invictus, if they find their momentum and play a little bit, or show a little bit of what they did previous time, got some luck like they did last time as well, because some rounds, I remember a phenomenal clutch, where they were using the word again, from Vulgant coming out, where he was dodging a flash, staring down, then finding a triple kill that he shouldn't have found to win the game. That's how mysterious that previous game was. If we're seeing something similar, Invictus still could have this, but Rain's aggression is definitely shown as they're running their way fast into A, look to take the site, and Invictus has to play for a 5 versus 5 retake.
Bomb. There it is. Like I said, planted. Stizix is that man. Nobody's yet to get dropped. Faultless. A little bit of damage has been done to him. Well, I thought Jimmy was just on a pistol for a second. Nope, he's got an M4 in his hand. And right now they're just taking their time here. They're going to move all in together, get fast and aggressive here on the side of Team Invictus. Next area, making sure nobody coming from behind. A little bit of util still left in hands of Nexera. I'm curious why he hasn't thrown it. I think there we go. It's going down there. Malik gonna open up the kill feed. Finds one, looking to see if he can double up with the M4 in his hand. Faultless coming up behind. He's gonna beast and feast. No, Nexera with the turn on. The image has been done, but they might just get the advantage they needed here. No, it's my line. Swing it out. That's what he needed to do. And Team Rain prevents him from closing the gap even more and takes it to 9. It's 6-9 there. Nice. On the scoreboard. Team Rain not going to go down without a fight.
Nice. That's really what it is. For Rain as well, it's nice that they've managed to find this round again. I would say they're back into the driving seat quite a lot now. This is an important round. If 5 versus 5 retake play right for Invictus, and it's been easily taken the going for the most part. My one points coming out. Great job for him. More first has found it. Smoke
grenade coming up.
Bomb has been planted.
Planted.
Yeah. Fortunately, we're finding ourselves doing some lag. You can note.
The bomb has been planted on
Next
A.
zero. We'll get the bomb defuse here.
Bomb has been
There we go.
defused.
Invictus striking back quickly after Team Rain took that previous round. Discord striking back against us.
Yeah, if you hear us lag, guys, you know it should be fixed in a few seconds after. So that's what it is. It's the technology not always with us on this one, but we can still see beautiful action here on the server. With Invictus taking this round, of course. Again, really important that they find success again. The gap is only down to 2, right? It's shrunk from 4 down to 2. Then Rain picked up 1. Making it go to 3. Now Invictus fighting back, having all arcs and some of the players on an SG and even Jimmy on an M4. This is ridiculously nicely played. And we still have yet to really see Vrogan pop up. 6 kills, he can swing, he can definitely use some of his strength to play. Jimmy helping, joining in. The plant is going to be happening. Jimmy, we caught by Shadow. Now Vrogan's going to have to get initiated, but waits for his teammates to arrive. Nexera up close, with a few more joining. Shadow around the corner, Long still getting cleared. They gotta clear the site. They gotta run their way up. 2 from tunnel as well, with Fallen Knight creeping in for the flank. That's 1 kill found. Should be traded by Nexera easily. No, not gonna happen. Fallen Knight with a wonderful play. Now the lurk from Faultless coming in. Few layers of lurking capabilities on Rain. And now just Valley having to make it his, having to make it a clutch. doesn't look to be able to, as he's going to be falling to Faultless. What a round from Rain. 2 lurks, and both for the lurks getting every single one.
Round number 18. Team Rain still in the lead here. Keeping it up to 3, and Invictus having to take this eco. We're gonna have a 7-11 half. Or a 7-11 scoreline potentially here. If we go to 7-11, you want anything, Jesse? I'm thinking like some pizza, just a slice, nothing crazy. We'll see if we go though. Fallen Knight trying to make it happen. I'm kind of hungry. I hope we do get there. Headshot on Xera. Valley about to pop the corner here. There's so many yellow players. He's going to be... Oh, trigger discipline. Has to shoot. Stizik's going to drop him, though. A little bit of damage has been done. And Fallen Knight just reading Malik like a book. Volgren, the last player alive, tries to deny the bomb plant, but gets dropped. And there we go. Need some pizza and, I don't know, a nice iced coffee, I think.
It would be nice. My coffee has just been finished. Something.
Hey, there we go.
Oh, what a bombing. Jimmy sent out of the round immediately. That's 1 kill right there. Volgren chasing the tie as he finds Faultless. 4 players versus 4 here with the bomb going down on the Rain side. Managed to do it. Nexera will be caught by Myline. There's still a chance Invictus comes out of this round victorious with the weaker weapons to work with. Great shot from Shadowmate. 3 versus 3, Jake. This round is definitely still in the cards.
Trying to. There he is. Stizix. It's match point here for Team Rain. We said they needed to take this map. Jesse, game has been paused. Oh, boy, you know I am the embodiment of the caster's curse, so I'm really hesitant to say this. But I think if Team Rain wins this, we go the full distance. We go to first level.
Yeah, I thought so as well, right? I mean, I came into this call again today saying, oh yeah, I made a prediction earlier, 4-1 for Invictus, that's what I said. But I said, like, Raid is one of those maps that has to be won. If that's been won, Port, easy cut again. Now, we're not all too sure what's going to happen, right? Because Rain comes out of God steamingly hot, although Port on paper isn't always a map that's so good or so insane coming in for Rain, but playing this good, and particularly Fallen Knight, a player that's now on 25 in 10, we saw. That is something, right? That is really, really something. And I think they need to be careful of him also on the map of Port with sometimes the individual prowess really working. The AR not getting anything done. Good trade. And that's Fallen Knight falling. Maybe this is the entrance point for Invictus into a round.
Dizix making some noise for the last couple rounds. Everybody on Team Rain's doing some work today. Ooh, Volgrant for Invictus, trying to switch out. He's able to do so, flicks out to a new gun and able to get the kill. And Invictus keeping their head above water. That happened so fast, I couldn't have even casted it. We're still at match point for Team Rain. Invictus is trailing by 4. Rain has plenty of cash to work with here, but you need to decide, maybe you take the eco now. They're going to try to close it out. Fault was only with 500 left in the bank.
Yeah, and soon Rain may be on an eco. That's the thing I'm most concerned about for them. But a round got to be won, and there's still 5 SGs, Jake, to play with.
Yep. They can easily close it out here. I mean, it's kind of been what's going on is Rain wins 1, and then Invictus wins 1, and then Rain wins 2. So, you know, that pattern holds true. This should be a Rain W. So they've gotten that nice little lead. They're sitting right now. Util coming in. They're going to push the bomb site and get it planted. Malik comes back with a vengeance, but he's going to get shut down by Shadow, overshadowing there on ramp. Bomb being planted by Stizix. It's Xera here in the back, looking for a snack.
7-11, you know? I gotta say.
Yeah.
Looking for it.
Just like us.
Faultless. Making Fulgin fall. Trade comes out. Still the side. Player down to 15. Stizx fully flashed, but still allowed to find it. Then take it away. Next Zero gonna clutch. One kill found already. He's on his own server. He's on his own domain, but he can't deliver in time. Rain wins the game out in a 13-8. They found two very dominant wins already, which might come into the count into those round balance a bit for Rain as well. This is such an important map for them to take. They're back underway. They're back in the series, because this could have been one of the final blows for Invictus potentially going in. But we're tied down to a best of 3 to determine who will be the world champions.
Yeah, and again, I'm getting the vibe. We're going to Barcelona, baby. I mean, I know it's early on here. We shall see. It can be closed out, but that's just the vibe that I'm getting right now. Is because of that performance by Rain. We're going to go all the way to map number 7, which is what you want for the grand finals. We are tied up once again, folks. Team Rain. I know some Rain fans were a little disappointed, a little disheartened yesterday after their performance, but have no fear. Rain is here to play. We're tied up.
They are 2-2. What a series this has just become, right? And I mean, there are some things, of course, that we can still talk about in terms of maps and going the full distance, what our expectations are. But I think it's best if we just bring in our fellow third in Mantis, because he's been watching from the sidelines. He's been seeing everything. What do you think, Mantis, of this game? It's definitely been a phenomenal one again.
No, it was exciting, and it's crazy how, we can make whatever predictions we want, but we couldn't have been any more wrong. I mean, we were out here saying, yeah, I don't know, it's not looking good, Rain. They, feeling a little disheartened after yesterday, not really getting their own servers come into this map, but no, they showed up, and, it's kind of like how Sunnet was saying earlier, sometimes taking that extra day to sort of, reset the pace, calm down, think about it. That's something that Rain does best. Because again, this is literally 1-to-1 how we were looking in Worlds 2022 with Rain versus Evil Vision. They were down 2-to-1, but then they had that second day to sort of recuperate and think about it. And they came back and won 3 in a row. I don't know if that's going to happen again here, but either way, it seems that Rain seems to benefit a lot from taking that 24 hours to just sort of calm down and, let the nerves go away.
Yeah, and I think the same sort of happened with Mullet Mafia in 2023. I think it was also 2-1 for Mullet Mafia, and then Rain made it all the way to 7. And if we're going to 7 again, Plaza is untouched ground yet for either team. Plaza has not been played this Worlds by Invictus nor Rain. So that's going to be a deciding match to decide the Worlds on a map that both teams haven't played in this championship yet. That would be insane. So I hope we're going to go there, and I hope we're going to see some fun action right there, of course. But first, going to see what's all going to happen. And viewer awards for the people watching the World Championship are open.
No way. They're open now? They can go click the button?
Guys, it's time. Make sure y'all lock it in. Take advantage of the viewer rewards. Of course, they're going to be popping up a couple times during the stream. But of course, this isn't the only reward that you guys can take care of, because we can also now officially confirm that we have the live giveaway ready happening. Again, this is separate from the Gleam giveaway. We have a live giveaway happening right now for the Red Magic Nova tablet. So of course, you can still utilize the Gleam link that's popping up in the chat and in the description. But we also have a live giveaway. If you head over to the Twitter page for Red Magic at Red Magic Gaming, they did just send up a post asking you guys to go ahead and leave your predictions. Who do you think is taking home the title of criticalops World Champions? All you got to do is follow the instructions in that tweet. Again, make sure you guys are keeping your eyes peeled and chatter in the description for it. But if you don't see it, go to at Red Magic Gaming over on Twitter and make sure you guys are following the instructions, because this is a separate live giveaway that's happening right now that's going to be different from the Gleam giveaway. So again, 2 chances that you guys can be taking advantage of to try and get your hands on that Red Magic Nova tablet.
So the
But yeah, coming into our next matchup here, we are going to be taking it over to Port, my favorite map in the game easily. I cannot wait to watch some Port action. I don't know about my casters over here, if you guys feel the same way as me, but I'm excited to see some Port action here.
Oh, 100. No, dare I say 1,000%. I think it's going to be a phenomenal map for both these teams to play on. You get an opportunity for Invictus to have that scrappy, fast, aggressive play, pushing those bomb sites, getting those utilities out. But I also think it could work well for My Lion as well, being able to swing angles, swing out towards mid, because he does have the higher ping disadvantage. But you can look at it from a glass half full perspective and say it is an advantage. We're going to find out if you can look at it that way or not, because we're ready to dive into the knife round and get the next map started.
Let's take a look at it. A very exciting map. I haven't seen it yet in a long time still, actually. I had myself a lot of SOAR and Bureau and Raid action in the regular season of this World Finals.
Coalition wins.
And would you look at that, Jake? Something with Invictus and knifing.
There is, man. Do they practice it? I don't know.
5 out of 5. It's starting to become a little bit interesting, you know? Then they're choosing the breach side again.
It's one of those things with Team Rain we've been talking about. It's like they don't try unless they really need to. And he's like, we really don't care. You know what? Like, we'll get out there and we'll have some fun and try to do a 360 stab or something. But, you know, it's just kind of Team Rain. It's like they're just the chill dude.
Yeah, let's take a look at this game. Round 5 or map 5 starting in just a few moments. Here we are. It's one team taking match point, guaranteed to get themselves on the match point, where Canals could then be the striking ground. It's Invictus's pick. It's board.
And we are getting right to it. Nothing slowing down at all. Rain finding 2 quick off the bat to make that 3. My line with the knife. But look at that. A sea of yellow finishing off. Little tidal wave there. Malik needs to plant the bomb. He is so low HP. Jimmy. He hasn't planted the bomb yet. He's going for it now. Jimmy, back turn to him. He's going to get an easy kill. Fallen Knight doubles up, and Rain is going to put the point there on the board. Sometimes you just need to, I know you want to clear corners. You want to make sure you're not going to get, you're going to be planting the bomb and have somebody come up behind you. But in that situation, I think you just want to get the bomb planted, get that little extra cash. Even if you lose the round, you at least got the bomb planted. Invictus not able to do that at all. And Team Rain now sitting here looking good. Moving on into round number 2. Ong in the hands of my line. I'm curious to see where he is going to be setting up. Just back here in B. Again, I would think you'd have maybe a little bit more aggressive. It is only round 2. It is only round 2, I guess. Here we go. Full push into B.
See what it is. First fights from the pistols. My line faultless. Finding one each. Xera has successfully planted the bomb. That's the Helmery plant that we were talking about. Still the chance to put it up with the Deagles. Fulcrum picking up one with the P250, yet having to go for more. Can't really do it. The round will be put up on the board. Still some tabbing and some stabbing. Fallen Knight getting it. And that's a 2-0 start from Rain on the board. Immediately on Invictus's pick, looking quite good. And that's a brilliant way to open things up. Like you said, Milo in different position could definitely work. Both lineups that are also exactly the same as they were on the previous map. So no changes made in that regard. Still Stizx for Rain coming in. Let's see what they can do on Invictus's pick right now. Because if the trend would continue, right, it's going to be Invictus winning this one, then Rain winning the next, and us going to a 7th with all map picks going the right way. But Rain already starting off 2-0 indicates that they've got something cooking.
Again, just got a mine line hanging there in the back of B. Put him up there by the forklift. I know he's certified. He's forklift certified. He's got that higher ping. He can swing out. I'm calling shots, and I'm just a caster. I just cast here. I don't know what I'm doing. Jimmy does, though. He's able to find one. Shadow quick with the refrag, and they're going to back up into that B site. Can see player number 7 beginning to rotate around. He decides to come on back and see if he's peeking towards entry in A. Stizx is there, looking to ruin his day. And he's able to do so. Team Rain trying to secure this round. They have the man advantage. And there it is. That happened almost instantly. My line peeking out, says hi. And pops her tops. It's 3-0.
Hi, and also goodbye, because he sent 2 of them away. Rain up 3-0 here on the coalition side. What a start from Rain. The second day of this World Finals. The first, of course, being a little bit of a tough one, particularly for that sore map being played. Port was also a map Jimmy told me that he was feeling very comfortable and against a team like Rain. For now, the 3-0 start. They've started to be silenced a bit while having a lot more time to go for things. Wrap around through a main with also jumping up into the side. Looks to be sort of an A split here coming out from Invictus. Wallbang, the chance, of course, to see Jimmy cross. Fallen Knight aware of this. While also attempting a little bit of a mid spray. Invictus have that mid control, of course, a key piece of this map. Well, then having to fight from the side is Rain, although an entry is found, so they can work with this. If you don't have yourself the entry, then mid control is a requirement, but otherwise you can just sit back and relax. Nyline will be taken. Frag from Jimmy could come out. He's not going to do it. Fallen Knights holds on tight. Felly tries wrapping around towards that B side where Faultless knows he has to start making this move. Shadow moving up B main because he realizes everything has started to fall apart. Invictus tries chasing him down with the bomb in the hands of Nexera. Still smoke will be coming out. Fulgrant peek it in. Well done there from Invictus. Brilliant work already. They've been able to take the side, even though they weren't the ones in the advantage like ever. Now they are. Looks like the round will go their way. What a scrappy round this has been so far, with still no conclusion as of yet. Through the boxes, Fallen Knight looks to walk his way in, where Valley is up close, holding tight. Stezex now in a 1 versus 3, jumping around the corner, trying to pre-fire. That's one already. Not gonna make it 2, because Nexera is on the other side. Invictus getting their way up on the board with a first. And Rain, that might start getting economy troubles very soon. Oh, look at that list. Speaking of El Clasico. Invictus 4, Rain 4, and 3 times tied. So 4-3-4 the record between these two teams. And there will be a winner now, right? So one team is going to be officially in the lead when it comes to the Invictus versus Rain sort of encounters.
This is the ultimate one to take the lead on. Shadow opening it up there in the kill feed for Team Rain. My line over here in the alley. Thought he was gonna get aggressive. Decides not to. No reason to. You're on the coalition side. Bomb's taken back right outside of T-spawn, trying to decide where they want to go. Vulgrant has been dropped for Invictus, so they're down that man. I'm thinking they're gonna go over here towards A. Nobody peeking out towards B. If you're Nexera, you might have seen Faultless. I can't tell if he would have or not. Jimmy about to swing mid, will be challenging my line. That's not a gunfight. I think he's gonna win. Oh, they don't see each other. It's actually going to be Shadow potentially engaging with him. Oh, there's a smoke. I didn't realize I was there. Makes sense. Slowly creeping up. I think my line's got an idea that he's there. Checking corners right now. They got to make that commitment here, and it is going to be towards the A site. The bomb has moved in. And Team Rain looks like they're going to allow them to plant the bomb here and just work on the retake all at once. Try to swarm that site. Faultless right on top of Nexera as he pops on out. Malik trying to find 2. He needs to double up here. Shadow. Oh my gosh. That's it. It's cleaned up.
Crazy wallbang from Shadow there. All the way from mid.
I know.
To the A side. And that initially, of course, the advantages that Rain had were good enough, right? They play that side retake because they know they can. Sure, you're going to give some money over to Invictus, but with the double win advantage, you can still let that happen. Go ahead and make it happen. Go ahead and pull it through. The last times we saw these two teams play, of course, upper bracket victory. Then in Worlds 2023, Rain picking up the victory, because then, of course, it was a different lineup from Invictus, not with Jimmy, not with any of these names. So that is probably a little bit vague. Whereas, of course, Invictus winning Pro League Season 3 was also something to look at. So Invictus definitely in the lead when it comes to playing against Rain, I would say, the previous encounters, but they haven't played in a World Championship against each other yet, so that's probably the reason why Rain hasn't found themselves a win over them. Only when it's just the upper bracket finals and it was just for seeding purposes they take the victory. Now in grand finals we see a different Rain feasting their way through. Stezex up close. We take it by Jimmy. Opening fight immediately found, giving Invictus the A side. Fulgrant is still on the long lurk behind the smoke. Well, also getting pushed through, it's Nexera that will fall to the hands of Container there. Flank from Fulgurant still coming in. Jimmy taking my line down. 2-player scene on Fulgurant. Can't collect. Did a lot of damage. So this round is still on the card for Invictus. Definitely. Speaking of, a double from Fallen Knight. And the round that's done and dusted. Rain. What a comeback. With players on 40 HP all.
Bomb has been
Still
defused.
allowed to do it. What a double from Fallen Knight that was.
Rain is having those clutch moments today. They're getting on top of Invictus. And they are leading by 4 here in round number 7. Score line is 5-1. Invictus, what are you going to do here? What are you going to do? Here's some of the more recent previous encounters. Or is this just more followed up? Followed up, because these are even more previous encounters right there. Again, these teams have been around so long, have so much experience playing back and forth, and some players have played on both teams.
Yeah. It's crazy. Crazy to have those things coming out. Like Valley, I don't think has played for Rain. Shadow, I think has not played before this for Rain, but on the side of Invictus, only kind of Jimmy, Noxic, and Valley have not played for Rain, whereas all the others, Nexera, Malik, even. So definitely some great examples leading here. But of course, all the way back since Circuit Season 4, we see these results being played, these results being put. Invictus going all the way up to a second already, as this is their way into the game. Of course, we know Coalition side is definitely workable on this map. We gotta see Invictus get it done a little bit more freehand on this breach side. Good frag from Valley to equalize. Walker just forced still up, faultless from the backside of the boxes on Mace, trying to make sure that bomb doesn't go down. The flashes aren't enough though to break it. Myline has spotted out the lurk, but will also be checked by Malik, who finds him. Ex-teammate taking him down. Myline sent back in. Opening fight has been won. Invictus continue to hold. The only thing they're gonna do is protect the bomb, and Rain says goodbye. They will leave this round to be. Not gonna go for this retake anymore. The lurk from Malik will catch Sisek. Oh my goodness. Malik was jumping with his knife. Sisek still not allowed to capitalize. And there's Invictus going up to 3. This is exactly the breakthrough that they needed. With the money not really being on the side from Rain, they will have barely anything going for them. Probably gonna have to go for an eco here going forward, looking at their money. And this is where Invictus can almost equalize.
Yeah, what was looking like a potential dominating first half for Team Rain. Invictus has just deleted that opportunity and might get a 6-6 half here, potentially even 7-5. Again, just looking at the economy over there, going to be forced to take a round. Invictus getting some more confidence, kind of smacking Team Rain a little bit around, just in the head. There it is, just dominating here in the kill feed as a clean sweep. Was just an eco for Team Rain, but still, nonetheless, quickly cleaned up. We're about to balance out here if Invictus is able to take this round, because you're still looking at Team Rain. They got, okay, I'm just maybe go for a broken buy and hold off a little bit more, but they're going to go ahead and commit. Go out, everybody pulling out the Augs, and they're really going to go in here. 61% in favor of Team Rain, 39% in favor of Invictus. If you take a look at the YouTube poll right now, it's 55% versus 45% Team Rain in the lead. So similar, but a few more people have switched over to the Invictus side day of.
Fallen Knight having a chance at things. The fight won't be found. Faultless. And back while B is getting challenged. Invictus runs their way through. Jimmy entering, wanting to show that dominance that he did on day 1. Exactly that will be found. Double kill taken from Invictus as B side is completely broken apart. Sure, the lurk still coming out. Of course, a flank from Malik, getting him to fall from behind. With Rain trying to lurk from B long. This time, there's someone lurking in the shadows, which is Malik. Look how much cash Invictus has almost built up as well. Rain, although looking to be equalized again. Jimmy, by the way, just casually spraying through the boxes. Finding Milo with a headshot. That's just a walk in the park. With Malik as well from Libya again, doing so much work on the back end. Invictus tight. Money for days. And a potential to get their way back. There's been a switch in this game as well, Jake, in the way of Invictus have been playing. They're playing with confidence right now. Particularly Malik. With all those lurks.
And they might just be taking the lead here. Team Rain having to play with less than weaponry. M4s in hand. Valley coming in. Stizix finding two. Naxera finally going to delete him, but the damage has been done there. It's a 3v3, but the bomb has made it onto the A site. Once again, slight delay on planting, trying to make sure they don't get shot in the back. Are they going to move towards B? I think they are. Looks like they're going to make that commitment over towards B. Psych. They're going to put a ring on that B site now. And they totally sold Team Rain on that. Oh, Naxera. Did he see him? I don't know if he saw him or not. They should know by now. They're going to reposition. Bomb is yet to go down, though, Jesse. They're taking so much time. They're going to allow Rain to get a nice position here before putting that pressure on him. Okay, there it is. Finally going down. Malik planting the bomb. I understand checking corners and everything. Dang. Oh, a little paranoia there. Naxera dropping line. Trying to retake it. Faultless is there. He's in the smoke. Malik trying to stay up. Very low HP. No armor to work with. They know where he's at. All you got to do is spray him down. There it is. Shadow going to pick him off and prevent them from taking the lead here. It's 6-5. Team Rain with the bomb defuse.
Yeah, they get it, but after such a long fight again, all SG still on the board for Invictus. This can really be a tight game going forward. It's Invictus's pick again. They find their wraparound. They wake up. Jimmy entering seems to be the name of the game, right? He's been able to find success again with those aggressive plays. Fervent usually close second is a great second entry with their Malik sort of lurking about. Really is the play for Invictus. Majority of times they've done so. Making sure every single angle it's got, and even if Rain tries doing something cheeky, that will not work no matter what. Round 12, final round and a half, of course, being played. Aggression from Naxera over towards that B long. He's up against Faultless, keeping him occupied with the rest sort of leaping into middle. Mid control given very often by Rain as well. Fulgrim has taken space, tries to fight into middle. Potentially take this engagement. With Myline just jiggling. With high ping, allowed to do so, I feel like. With Fulgrim just simply not seeing him in time, I kind of feel like jump it up into window to potentially take A, although two players from Rain still there. They're trying to make him panic, right? They're trying to keep them occupied on that B side, while then leaping into A with a few seconds left. I feel like that's going to be the play, with a few seconds being now. See them go into window, see them go into the site. They gotta choose 45 seconds, and still yet no move on. They need just a few seconds to get to the site, but they also need a few seconds to get this plant. So where's Invictus going? They're boosting their way into window finally. Container also getting pushed. Fallen Knight holds though. EST that was picked up on the attacker's side. Now taken down. Stizix 1-for-1. Benny trying to clear garage with Mylan, and Fallen Knight still trying to hold on. They desperately will. Kill gets found to the wall, and it's all down to Fulgrim, who's trying to lurk, trying to make a play. That's one, but not more for Invictus. Rain leaves the hole for the 7-5 in their favor.
So at the start, it didn't look like it was going to be that close going into the half. I was thinking we might have an 8-4, maybe even a 9-3. Invictus being able to almost bring it back into equilibrium. Not quite. But now having that coalition advantage here, they can take the pistol round, and they should easily be able to tie this up here. We'll see what Team Rain has in store for them, though. And I would expect it's probably going to be pretty fast here on the side of Invictus. I think they're just going to go out here, and it looks like that might be what they're doing. Just get aggressive, up in their face, try to catch them off guard, do something you don't usually expect from the coalition. That's what they're doing. They got Faultless pinned. He's done. Valley pops his top. Stizix in the middle, trying to find one, but it's Fallen Knight doubling up. The assist coming in there for him. And Team Rain currently having the advantage as aggressive play might be the end there for them. And they're making that mad dash over towards B right now. Interesting decision for Shadow just to hold off, make sure nobody's following. And they're going to plant the bomb here on B. I bet there's no hesitation on that plant. They're just going to get the cash, get it over with. Even if you lose the round, who cares? We need the cash. Jimmy looking from behind. Only 18 rounds left. He's got to be careful. Able to drop mine line. Needs to pop the reload. Can probably kick the pistol up off the ground. He'll be good. Firing through the box. Dude, I needed that Amazon pack. He just ruined it. Unbelievable. Bomb slowly ticking down. Players low on HP there for Team Rain. Advantage is for Invictus. Just looking at that. Jimmy pops around the corner. Oh my gosh. It's Fallen Knight and Shadow getting the kills. And Team Rain wins that round, Jesse, and getting the bomb defused. They have plenty of cash to work with, and they're about to extend their lead up to 4 here as we move into round number 14.
Again, a round that could and potentially should have gone to Invictus. A promising start. The retake not so. Rain up to 8. The fun fact, though, is that in this game, we have not seen a lead on the first half pistol yet from Invictus, right? They've always been on 6-6 or behind. We've seen a 9-3, we've seen an 8-4, but we've never seen Invictus taking a lead. So they know what it is to come back from rough situations, from potentially some sticky situations in a way. Well, here, Rain having now a more bigger lead than before. Kind of feel like this should be the breakthrough from Rain completely in the series. A chance to break Invictus completely. Vilquinto trying to hold on. Next there as well. This is just an eco round right going south. And then the full buy and all. That should be where Invictus starts striking. But there's a necessity in it now. There's a chance for them to do it. But also much need. Necessary round coming next for Invictus to take. Otherwise Rain can start walking away with this game. And potentially with that the series without getting ahead of myself.
I don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but I'm just looking at this. Like, if Team Rain does pull this off, I know we're thinking because of the last map, we're going to go the distance, but I got to give Canals the edge over towards Rain.
Yeah.
That's, I think, their map too. This is one of those maps you wanted to see Invictus pull off, then Rain grab Canals, and then we move over towards the final map, which would be good old Plaza in Barcelona, but we'll see. Still a lot of stuff can happen here. Jimmy cracking up the kill feed, trying to find a second. It's actually gonna be Malik, but on my line, and now they're flashed out and just calming down a little bit, re-stabilizing here. Jimmy in the corner. Don't ruin that other package of my man. Another headshot there on Shadow, looking for his third. Malik gonna deny it. Might be a full house here for the side of Invictus. Jimmy, oh man, Malik is gonna get it, and it is going to be that full house. Invictus and Rain, 6 and 9 respectively. Noise.
Yeah, flawless.
And we're in round number 15.
Flawless as well, which makes total sense. Rain calling in the tactical pass. Maybe you want to figure out how to play around Invictus, but I feel like they don't have much information to go off of. Sure, your first gun round goes south with in a flawless way, but do you already know how Invictus is playing? Do you already know how you're going to be able to deal with them? I don't necessarily think so, but for them, will be a pistol round following up. After that, a full buy again, where Invictus can fight their way back. And I gotta say, yeah, it all comes down to momentum, I kind of feel like Canals, right? It's a map that's so incredibly basic in a way, or not necessarily basic, but so long in the pool that every team kind of knows how to play. It's so default in a way for both of these sides. So basically the one that feels the best should be able to look good on the map of Canals, right? I don't think I give an edge to either one of the teams when it comes to it, but if Rain would come out victorious out of this one, they're coming off the back of 2 map wins. So why wouldn't they take Canals being so defaulty? Oh, Malik! Bye-bye, my line and Shadow. Through the smoke, 2 headshots, immediately opening up the door, and there's your round done and dusted. Jimmy and Malik both a double. And Invictus make it at 6-9. Wow. Scoreline turn very quickly.
Here's this play. Jimmy gonna pop out, find Shadow, catching him off guard. Perfect crosshair placement. And then Malik gonna clean up the last 2 here for that full house.
Wins.
Yeah, we're underway in round number 17. It's 7-9. Invictus looking to close it now to only a 1-round lead for Team Rain. We'll see what they can do it or not. Rain striking hard already here towards mid, and they're finding that control. Malik coming from behind, but it's Stizix gonna ultimately drop it, and these rounds are just going by fast. They're looking to get this over with. No strats, no nothing. We're just gonna duel it out there towards mid. And Team Rain back in the lead by 3.
Yeah, and the thing Rain do compared to Invictus on the coalition side was they didn't really fight for mid, right? They played for the sides, where Invictus could take a lot of space early in the round, but they were very, very tough on taking those sides with the crossfires. Invictus playing a little bit more aggressive in a way. Now also realizing that that simply won't work if you're not going to be able to trade each other out, and if Rain just wins those aim duels. You gotta play from sides, you gotta play those crossfires, and let the clock run down as far as possible before actually trying to hit the site or trying to hold on. Window getting peeked by Faultless just briefly with a smoke up. Now that that's been fading, Rain has to choose what side to go for. Just pinching in through A and B simultaneously, making Invictus give away the opening fight, which they're not going to be ready to do. Merlik trying. We will be giving it over. Again, aggression from Invictus that simply just won't work out. That was a very bad way of swinging that one out. Trade from Jimmy comes out, that B side taken over, spray through the smoke, won't be collecting. Myline goes for a lurk around towards the coalition spawn. Hesitant on doing so, and a 3 versus 3 awarded.
I'm planting the bomb.
Bomb being planted. Stizix barely alive.
Bomb has been planted on B.
He's got a ton of assists this game. 3 players to work with. Really only 1 alive for Team Rain. It's Faultless there with the full bar of HP. If Stizix can get 1 kill, though, that would be absolutely huge. Faultless winning against Valgrant. Damage has been done to him, though, and now he's deleted. No way. Oh, man, that was close. That was close for 2 right there. Not able to pull it off. He's just too low on HP. That bomb will be defused. And they're playing hot potato right now, just trading it back and forth. Bomb planted by Rain, though, allowing them to get some extra cash into the accounts, which will allow them to continue to stay competitive here and keep applying pressure towards Invictus. We're in round number 19 here. Invictus really needs to break this hot potato cycle and take this next round, close that gap to only 1. The question is, how do they do it? Do they need to get aggressive again and just push right out of some mid, get up in there on the breach side, on Rain's side of the map? Do they play a little more slowly, a little more methodically? That's one thing Invictus has been able to do really well, is switch that pacing up. And look at the 2 players here coming down B long. I like this play here.
Oof. Let's see. Shadow on the other side, ready to achieve some of those pushes. Hasn't worked all too much, right? The aggressive play, but won't work out now either. Some damage that was done. Jimmy trying to see if a jump spot will be made. A very alternative play came out. So many wall bangs that we've yet to see, right? Valley showing those in the previous time. Malik, fight against Fallen Knight will not come through. Now it will, as the side is taken over. Men advantage to work with. It's exactly what Rain did in the first half as well. They got a double kill, then they play the side retake. Trade it back and forth, which is only for the side from Invictus to win. A round for Invictus to lose. Myline having to clutch in a 1 versus 4 scene. Good for 1, but the defuse happening. Jimmy has found it. And the hot potato has been made. A little colder, put in the refrigerator. And it's cooling off. Invictus up to 9. As Rain has to start getting things back together. Otherwise their economy is keep on being still as it is. Might have to go for a little bit of a pistol buy if they don't get a bomb plant this time. So some questions still to be had on that. With Invictus nearing the score of Rain.
We gonna tie it up here, gentlemen? We're gonna find out. That'd be motion sick if I played with that. I don't know how Malik does it. My hat is off to him, though. Well, I'm not wearing one right now, but metaphorically speaking, it is off to him. I guess it actually is off to him. I just never put it on. Anyways, Malik, there he is. Finds a kill on Faultless, sneaks out and drops him. Making it look easy. I could have even done that, or at least it looks like I could have done that. Just a little over a minute here. Jesse, are they going to make the commitment towards A, or is it going to be B? I'm getting a nice little B vibe right now. I can see Bomb moving back. Just checking sure nobody's coming up backstab. If Malik really commits here and pushes around, he could catch them off guard. They're going to... Oh, no, decides not to. Might have heard them or got the call out from the teammates. They're moving in towards B. Valley slowing down and really just waiting. I think they're okay with letting them plant the bomb. This position Malik's in could be huge. No, never mind. They know where he's at. They know he's low HP. Teammates call him out. Stizik's going to pop his top. And now it's a 2 versus 3. Unfortunately, though, these players are low HP on the side for Team Rain, or at least just Fallen Knight. Stizik's still rocking some health and armor. Fallen Knight really needs to capitalize on 1 kill. Oh, man, you can't lose that gunfight, man. Fallen Knight in a tough spot. Naxera doubles up with the AUG in his hand. It's headshots for him. And we're tied up here.
Bomb has been defused.
They've brought it back in to parity here.
Yeah, buy continues to be good for Rain because they keep on planting. Malik's having an insane game, and in that round, I kind of felt like Invictus should have sealed the deal earlier. Looking at the kills as well, more kills are found for Invictus, right? They have +7, +1, then -1, +1. So approximately about 8 kills more at the moment than Rain's side has. So in a way, Invictus has been much more in the games, much more in the rounds. But that round played, of course. Malik pushes all the way up B main. you gotta have a player rotate towards middle then to cover, right? Melik was a sitting duck there on long. He had to get some help. Invictus just not rotating around, thinking Melik had the B side completely on himself. And of course, Melik is a more than capable player to hold B on his own, but not when he's all the way up long. There's no way you're gonna be able to do it. Another swing from Melik will catch Mylon off. The two players on high ping being taken down out of this round, of course, because Melik is playing from Africa. 4 versus 4 still up. The B side is under control for Rain. Let's see if Invictus can find some of those wallbangs, can find some of those retakes, of course, through the boxes. Sorry, Jake, for the packages. We'll all be falling away quite a bit. That will be worthless after this. But if that bomb goes off, it'll be worthless either way. Let's see. I think they're going to be in this retake because it's a very important one. The team that wins it is going to move in the lead. Both teams on double digits immediately means that they're close. Let's see who's going to go to 11. Shadow. First contact there towards the coalition spawn. Flashed him Fallen Knight, but he's trying to watch the boxes side. Shadow up close, will look to swing. Xera runs his way down. Managed to find Shadow. Jimmy climbing up the stairs. Will be taken by Stakes with full blind. A lurking play from Faultless comes out. Everything going south though for Invictus. Xera's going to have to clutch. And a 1v1 goes to Faultless. So Rain wins it. Another lurking play from Rain does the job completely right.
Started playing some pressure. Team Rain starts playing better. They're like diamonds. Pressure makes diamonds.
Diamonds in the sky?
Hey, diamonds in the crown of Team Rain there? I don't know. Are they got 3 points there on that crown. They're looking for one more diamond to add to it here. Are we going to get it? I don't know. It's close here. We're not going to know at the end of this game no matter what. But Team Rain has definitely turned around from yesterday. Trying to get it to match point here. We'll see what happens. Bomb being planted. Oh, never mind. We stopped and then we planted again. Okay, there it is. There's like some paranoia of these players planting the bomb. They want to plant it. They don't want to plant it. I just want to get it planted. Get that cash. I love my money. Stizik's going to open it up there, but quickly traded out by Xera. There's a 4v4 now. Shadow repositioning. Oh, I think he's got the angle on him. He's able to do so. A quick drop shot coming in. It's Fallen Knight as well, eliminating Melik. Jimmy trying to cause some chaos. Doubles up and bringing those scoreboards back to even now. 2v2. You got to push on in there and take it back. They got to make the move now. They're coming in. Flashbang going over. Does nobody any damage. And it's cleaned up there by Team Rain. We're at match point, Jesse. It's 12-10. Team Rain looking good. And the cash situation over on the side of Invictus is no bueno.
Second tier of loss bonus means $2,000 only to your side. Xera can afford to buy. Jimmy can buy an M4, but the rest will be on Deagles. Fulgurant also rocking something similar. So we'll have to see some magnificent shoot work there with the revolver and the Deagle in order for Invictus to come out victorious. Or this is done deal. This is sealed. Let's see what it is. Maybe another Vraar, or maybe another chance. For now, in this position we haven't seen from Melik yet. If he would have played there in the corner, I think it would have been nice. The flash though sets him up. Trade from Jimmy, that's required here. He's trying to chase them down. Maybe Faultless and Stizix are going to start walking away. They will boost their way up. Just wait for another aggressive move. They have themselves a little bit of wallbang. Jimmy getting two though. And Stizix wasn't there to trade. Can Jimmy line up another? Jimmy can do it as the IGL, but he won't be delivering that. Broken the armor from Stizix, so that's great. Fulgurant waiting for Myland to cross. He's seen him with the Deagle, just waiting diligently to shoot. Valley, revolver, little anxious though as he tries to join into Fulgurant again onto that site. 2 pistols to break, right? So on paper, this should be Rain, still looking quite good. But if they're rotating towards that B site, that's where the only rifle is waiting. It's in the hands of Xera. He's on Turkish servers. He's on his home turf, trying to hold on. Flashbang use, Myline runs his way onto the site. Will not be taken down just yet. You know the arc is there. The Deagle can't find it. Fulgurant will be caught by Shadow. Pushing the way simultaneously into the site. No kill from Xera will come out. And it's an MR96 finally standing. Not gonna happen. Rain is the first team to go to match point of this World 2024 campaign.
Want that third diamond for that crown. Team Rain 13-10, a valiant effort from Team Invictus, but just not quite enough. Jimmy not having that performance that was really helping his team yesterday. Not doing bad, but just not standing out like he was in day number 1. But everybody really doing some work over here on the side of Team Rain. Everybody putting in when they needed it. Stizix, there were 6 assists. trailing there, negative, but still, again, putting in the work when needed, allowing teammates like Fallen Knight, Shadow, and Faltus to follow up behind him. Does have the higher ping, so overall, Team Rain, like you said, here on match point, they could close it out here in map 6. It is going to Canals. I know you said you're not giving anybody the edge on it. I'm giving Team Rain the edge coming into this.
Now, yes. But looking at Invictus before we leave this scoreboard, sort of, look at the kills. Malik +5, Jimmy +3, Volgrid -2, Valley -3. Invictus has gotten 2 more kills than Rain. They still lost.
Yeah.
What do you need more than these numbers? You have 2 more kills, which indicates that Invictus, quote unquote, might have been better on this map than Rain. Same as last grand finals. Rain had lesser kills than Mullet Mafia, and they were victors on Worlds 2023. They had lesser kills going into it. The only one positive back then was Myline. He's now on the bottom of the scoreboard, but Rain had negative kills in Worlds 2023. I looked up that statistic yesterday. And now we're seeing exactly the same. Invictus get more kills, but they can't seal the deal. Those are important facts. Those are interesting points to talk about, because Rain apparently, in the fine finishing of phases, they are more clean. When it's getting close, they're more sophisticated. And that is shown in this game particularly. More kills for Invictus, but Rain with the victory.
Well, we were talking this briefly before the stream started. Rain doesn't win dominantly. You know, they're not coming in and just sweeping the floor with everybody 4-1 or 4-0, anything like this. This is a team that goes the distance, and they're close matches. Yes, we did have, was it 13-5 map 2? Was that right? Am I remember that properly? It was 13-5. It was a little bit more
35,
dominant from Team Rain, but it doesn't happen often, you know. They're a close team. They're going to get up and they're going to box with you, and it is going to be close at the end of the day. But they have the chemistry together and the trust as a team to just keep moving forward and stick to strategy. That is huge. You do the exact same thing, what you planned on. Nobody's having any ego moments. We're just going to stick to it because the strategy works. It has worked enough. You've won 2 in a row. We're going to stick to it. We don't care if we lose 7 in a row. We're going to stick to the strategy because eventually it works enough. Percentage-wise, you come out on top.
No, 100%. I mean, you could just tell from the way that Rain was playing on board here that they definitely were very well composed, taking their time, making sure that everything was going exactly how they had planned. And again, even when they were starting to let Invictus build up a bit of a snowball, you know, it was all good because, again, hopping into the flip, they could reset the pace and do whatever they needed on the other half. So I like that they don't care what happens in one half. You know, they treat the new half like it's a clean slate, and they can just they can take it anywhere from there.
Yeah,
oh, go ahead. Sorry, Jesse.
Yeah, no, just some tiny and small mistakes, right? With those lurks from Rain, where they're adapting on, and in the end as well, we see Malik, for example, left alone on that B long. Again, quite a questionable play in that regard, with no one rotating over. And those are the small differences that what I'm talking about. Invictus, in the playing themselves or individually speaking, they're great. Looking at their kills, they have more kills than Rain, but getting those rounds actually on the board, that's where Rain comes into play. Just having that experience from playing together mostly, which is just coming into play.
Yeah, sounding like your middle school basketball coach here. There is no I in team, you know. So yeah, individually, those players are shining on the side of Invictus, because I think most from even the matches today, some of the bigger moments have come in from players on team Invictus.
Yeah.
But as a team overall, who cares? Okay, you get the clip, you get the feed. Yeah, everybody's going to look at it and clap their hands. But if you're not playing together as a team, if you're not taking the W, does it really matter? So far, Team Rain playing together as a team, and it's working for them. They're back in the lead here. And something that's going to be good for you all in the chat is viewer rewards are now open. You can go click the button. You can nudge it, kick it, whatever you like to do to let everybody know that you are watching. But it is open, so make sure you take advantage of it while you can, because it's not going to stay open for long. I'm going to take it back hostage again, and I might let it back out 1 or 2 more times. We'll see. So click it now before I lock it back up.
Yep, again, make sure you'll take advantage of those viewer rewards. Now, before we do hop into the next map and decide if Rain are going to take it home or if Invictus are going to make us go the full distance, we do have a quick interview. Jez here actually did sit down with Invictus and do a nice little interview, so we are going to go ahead and let you guys hear that. So we'll see you guys after a short little break.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to yet another interview. We got Jimmy also on Facecam joining us for this one. Jimmy, how are you doing now that your team has reached the grand final?
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good, of course. Like, feels good we're in a grand final, you know, world finals, biggest tournament of the year. And yeah, I'm just excited to play and yeah, play on stream.
Yeah, it's great to hear. Of course, this is a rematch for you against Rain. Of course, you played in the upper finals from the Eurasia side of things. So you guys were number 1 and number 2 seed of EU. Again, it's an EU supremacy, isn't it?
Yeah. Like I always like to say EU is the best region, but yeah, like I think anybody that knows the game could have seen this finals happening from a mile away. Pretty much same finals as last year, and yeah, the two best teams in the game going head to head. I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, it feels kind of like the El Clasico again. So that must be extra special for you.
Yeah, we play against Rain a lot. Like in different tournaments, we face them many times. In scrims, in practice, we face them all the time as well. So it seems to be like a bit of a rivalry between the two of us. Sometimes we win, sometimes they win. So yeah, definitely a good rivalry, and excited to set it off and settle it this weekend.
And how does it feel playing those 7 maps, right? I already heard from Rain that they're gonna do some also bring in some stand-ins. You guys are obviously doing so as well with the 7 maps, and with it being quite a lot to bring in. How is that gonna be for you, best of 7?
Yeah, best of 7. It's my first time playing best of 7. Some of my teammates quite experienced. They played best of 7 before, and yeah, I think we have a very broad map. We have no maps where we're like, oh mate, we're terrible on this map, and we have quite a lot of maps where it's like, yeah, we're really good on this map. So the fact that I think we have the skills to win on every single map, like I think it's perfect for us. This format, best of 7, is it's really nice.
Yeah, I mean, looking back to that series up against Rain, right? You won Soar and Raid. Are those 2 maps that you would say you are quote unquote better on? Because that Raid was still obviously a little bit of a comeback, a little bit of maybe luckiness as well, with Vilgant getting flashed and letting them pass, right? That was an insane round to see. Looking back on that, so what do you think about the maps? Can you go into more detail about it a bit?
Yeah, I'd say Saw is definitely a really strong map for us, but I know that they've also been preparing on Saw. We watched back, they played Saw against the Xena side, the NA team, and we watched it back when we did our like analyzing of their game, and we can see they prepared a lot more. They've got some nice CT setups. So they're definitely going to be better on Saw as to when we played them, but we're also going to be better on Saw. We've been practicing a lot more RCT setups, different T side defaults, different rounds that we can do on T side. We have that all set up for Saw. And for Raid, we haven't played it recently because we banned it against No Mercy for this weekend, but Raid's always been like a good map for us. I'd say this is probably the most 50-50 map against Rain, I think. Like maybe they can pick it and play it, but I'm still pretty confident on Raid. When we're on and when we're on our game, it's definitely a strong map for us. We were having some trouble on the T side last time we played them, but I believe now we've like fixed it and we understand how they're playing on CT, so should be different story this time round.
Okay, I'm looking forward to it, and particularly for a team like Rain you're playing against, right? You've played against them a lot. Well, what exactly are you doing differently against Rain than against any other team? How do you constantly have the capability of beating it in terms of maybe a different play style or something?
Yeah, I feel like Rain definitely bring a different game to the thing. They're a lot more calculated. They play a lot more slowly. They have some people like Faultless, for example. He's quite known for doing reckless plays, which is good for his team because he sometimes can get them a lot of space. But also, if you're ready for him and you're able to shut him down, he's a huge weapon on their team. And if we're able to shut Faultless down, I think we can definitely start playing more and more our game. But yeah, I just think we're very familiar playing against them, but they're also familiar playing against us. So trying to just change like little things each time we play them is where I think we can gain a bit of an advantage.
Okay, yeah, that's good. That's good to hear, of course. I mean, you've played against them countless times, so this talking point has been something you're definitely been having to deal with in the server, and that is one person in particular, Myline, who seems like he has found his way back again, right? Probably a lot of screen bashing coming out because he's been insane again. How do you feel like you're gonna be playing up against him now that he's back in the world final, so hungry to get potentially another title?
Yeah, I feel like, especially last weekend when we saw Myline play on Bureau, I think. Bureau, he was just dominating that map. He was everywhere all at once, getting kills on A, getting kills on B. Like he was playing really strong on that map. So we've watched it. We've watched the games back. Obviously, we're trying to see where he's playing, and I feel like a good strength of our team is being able to shut down the strong players on the other team. You know, and instead of avoiding the strong players and giving them space, we try and like cramp them in and use utility to take them out. So I feel like my line is good, but he's not good against us.
Okay, so with that, you're somewhat saying that we're gonna see you on the trophy this time, hinting towards it a
Absolutely.
bit.
Yeah, I definitely think we can win. You know, Rain have won the past two, so I think we need to change some things up here and take a win back for back home to Invictus. So
Okay.
yeah, I definitely think so.
Okay, guys. I mean, that's it. Rain will be stopped getting the back-to-back, as Jimmy said. But
Yeah.
we'll have to see if the critical ops will be the same. Thank you so much, Jimmy, for the interview here.
I just need to give a quick shout out.
Okay, give a quick shout out, man.
I just want to give a quick shout out to Ezek. He's like a pretty good player, pretty decent player. And I also want to give a shout out to Aject as well. He's the best like developer, the best organizer, and he's making criticalops great again.
Great to hear. Good to hear that, to Jimmy. And thank you so much, man, for the interview here. Jimmy from Invictus, of course, telling us that they're gonna win. Let's see if the critical ops will do the talking in that way. Thank you so much.
Here on B long, and MyLine can either cook up or gets cooked. He does get that first frag onto Drag, gets the second onto Central. Molly here with the sniper does take him down eventually. Very much great impact to the
really want to do that. No.
Oh no. Looking into 3 Rain players, there's no chance. Fallen Knights here with the third frag. MyLine and Fallen Knight.
This has got to be real firepower.
And Faultless gets very aggressive and he gets punished for it, but MyLine is right there to refrag, gets the double. Oh my goodness. MyLine, the way Shadow get pushes from Sad, he gets the double as well. And I think that's a yes, it is totally with the long frag.
Wins.
And now Crazy needs to defend site alone while his teammates start to rotate. Gets a kill through the smoke on Volgren, but Noxic trades him out. And now it's all on Exo to win this round. Going for the ninja defuse. Doesn't seem like he is. He's faked it. Kills Valley. Not much time left. Noxic is running as fast as he can. And he's back, and now Exo getting the kills, but all for naught. In the end, it doesn't matter as they did lose the round. The chemistry just isn't there the same way it is for Invictus, and it really shows as Volgren is able to kill, and 4M actually getting a double on Valley and Noxic.
Oh, but Volgren could make a play here. Did they hear their bullets hitting him in the smoke? Yes. Oh, Exco does spot him out and whips around for the kill. On 1 HP he is, but it's just Jimmy. He's been so good so far. Can he do it again? Exco on 1 HP and 4M on half. He's going to be trying to bait it out. Oh, but Jimmy, expert work here. All he needs to do, one more bullet on the Exco, and he clutches out another 1v3 back-to-back. Incredible performances from him. Jimmy. Yep, he's stuck in the corner, and he's going to be...
Swingen finds 3. Only going to get knocked out, but the damage has been done. It's absolutely insanity right now. And they on anything. MyLine's positioned himself, looking for a meal. The waiter tells him to go home. It's Annoy. Bomb slowly ticking down. Sizx finding Annoy, tries to double up, able to do so. Oh my gosh. It's strong side of choice again here for Team Rain. And Fall Knight. Ooh.
There
Aim
it is.
true. Which has just opened up B. Oh man, it's going back and forth. They're trading blows. Creed hits him twice before he's knocked out by Shadow.
What?
Strike making, oh my gosh, the clutch.
Just look at that. Look at that speed. Just getting that intel, getting that info. Shadow picking up 2. Green name going down. Faultless. Able to get 1. Not anything else. Cutting the cross off my line. Drop it in. Getting covered from Shadow. And Shadow actually getting both. That's rough.
Fallen Knight back in the sniper. Love that we're getting some sniper love today.
Oh.
Even if the Xena side loses this, at least they will have that extra cash to work with.
Yep. And we're going to see the man advantage is still for them. You know, they got to see what they can do. Slizik's kind of trying to make their way back. Faultless is like, hey, can you use some assistance? Now that they're here, they've got the intel. Gonna punch around. Faultless gets 1, and now there's all
movement coming in. 4 players here on the Xena side to work with. They're making their way on to the A-bomb site now. Shots fired. Geico finds 1. Shadow making some noise. Somehow comes with 2 and 3. No way.
Does he 4K it? Oh my goodness, he does.
On the clock. Shadow coming back to reinforce teammates. Xena doing a good job getting kills, and there's Shadow once again finding 2 players. Trying to find the third. Faultless is going to get striked out by Strike. And it's a 2v2. The bomb hasn't planted. Team Rain in a good spot. They're coming from behind. And there he is. All right, he's behind all the chaos going on. He wants the insurance claims. And it's Fallen Knight. In the khakis and Faultless. Working around. If your team's inside at this point. Bomb planted. That's a great way to start. They're coming out. Lots of chaos going on. Trades back and forth right now. Strikes to define Faultless. Zombie feels up down Annoy. Slizik's moving back and forth. Pop of the reload. And it's absolute chaos right now on top of the bomb site. My line finding 1. It's 2 players up alive here. Creed and Strike. Trying to strike. There it is. Line finds Strike. Strikes him out. It's up to my line and Creed. Dueling back and forth. The bomb is slowly taken down. It's match point here for Team Rain. And Creed is able. Fallen Knight making a little bit of noise. And they're expecting it. Big play there. Geico and Strike getting kills respectively. Geico ends up losing his life. Fallen Knight pushes onto site. It's trades left and right here. Strike, the last player alive for Xena side. His first strike is true. Trying to pin him in here on the site. Valley coming around the corner, and it's May landed the shot. Malik coming from behind. Puts him down.
Oh, he has no ammo. He's cooked.
Oh, we'll see the knifing skills here. I'll have that altercation with Ramen, and he wins it. Huge there. Axis with the sniper rifle, and hand looking to see grab that refrag. He's got a player right beside him shooting at him. That's Jimmy with the sniper. And they're just moving back and forth here. May inside of the smoke. Valley is there too. Oh, no, yes, there it is. Okay. Speaking of Valley.
No way.
May, I am being confused right now as to what's going on. No Mercy trying to take this 4th round right here at the end of the half. Vulgrant Flash be able to come out the last second and find Ramen. He's in a tough spot. Somehow has found a second. Axis finally going to shut him down. And it's a sea of blue here in the kill feed, Manthus. And it is going to be Vulgrant finds Axis. Ramen does a little bit of damage. Let's try to get 1 more if you're able to. But it's not going to happen. It's up to Ramen and Skiller here to finish this off. Ramen goes to the left instead of the right, able to find 1. But ultimately loses his life. Skiller pushing out.
All right, everyone, welcome back. We are almost ready to hop into map number 6, which could potentially be the final map of the stream if Rain can bring it home. Currently, they lead 3-2 in the best of 7 series, but of course, I'm not the only one here. I'm joined by our 2 casters, Sudden Death and Dutch Boy. How are you guys feeling coming into Canals here? Who do you think is going to take it home?
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about momentum, Jake, and our momentum says Rain has what it takes, but I mean, you cannot be sure whatsoever. It would be nice to make it go to full distance, so that's why I think Jake made that sign. Particularly, we want that 7th map, right? We want to go all the way, but our edge and our thoughts go a tiny bit to the ones who have already 2 crowns by their name.
I'm just saying it is raining on Amsterdam, but that's all I'm gonna say. Because I am one with the caster's curse, so it's that's it. I'll let you guys take the analysis away.
I see what you did there, but yeah, we're gonna be hopping into a quick recap of Port here, or potentially Raid. I guess we're gonna be looking at Raid and Port, looking at some of these replays, because again, we did have a lot to sort of talk about here. But yeah, these first 2 maps have been really incredible to look at. I mean, first of all, they've been close, they've been action-packed, kind of the opposite of what we saw yesterday when we did go like Rain just having a complete blowout on Grounded. We haven't really had a map like that, and I know we were talking a little bit off camera, Dutch Boy, but like I think that coming into Canals, there's a chance that it might be a bit more lopsided. I think now that we're going back into that Swedish server and we're not playing on the Turkey servers, it is possible that things are going to get a bit more interesting. You know, we're throwing in a new element that hasn't been present in the past 3 maps.
An element that hasn't been present, and that might be my line. I feel like my line and an SG, for example, like that's been a combination that we have always loved to see. And on Canals, I still remember him just juggling his way through right into middle, being on 120 ping instead of 180. It's making a big difference for him as well, in a way of being more stable to play. If he is getting initiated more and more there on the map of Canals, we're gonna see a lot more going for the side from Rain. But yeah, like you mentioned, Raid and Port kind of going the way we expected, right? Me and Jake sort of told yesterday, like Soar and Grounded were maps and we felt like we're gonna go the sort of way that it went, with a win for Soar or from Invictus, a win from Rain on the Grounded. But the other maps, that would be more 50-50. And although it's more 50-50, most of the kills go the way of Invictus, I keep on saying it, but in the fine moments, Rain allowed to stay alive with 1 or maybe 2 players, they've done so many times where Invictus simply have no place to stand on that point.
No, 100%. Again, that's kind of how you guys were talking about the end of the map. Like, literally coming into the end of Port, and Invictus had more kills across the board, but they still lost. And it's because I think this is for 2 reasons. Number 1, I think that a lot of the rounds that Invictus do win, maybe it seems a bit more of a blowout, whereas with Rain, you know, it seems like they're really coming down to like the last player, the last 1v1 or the last 1v2, and so there's more kills to be distributed throughout the rounds because of that. But also, it feels like Rain are having more of those moments with impact where, like, yeah, Invictus might have like a couple kills in the beginning to set them ahead, but then Rain will come in with like a big bomb planter, they'll get like a big clutch in return, and there's so many opportunities like that where I think that Rain just somehow managed to have the better impact, even though they were getting less kills overall. And I think that's the big reason as to why they ended up winning on a map like Port.
Yeah, no, it's great to see, and I would really look forward to seeing more of that exactly on a map that's also so dependent on those small sort of factors, right, on the Canals, right? We all kind of know what the game plan is going to be, taking mid and going elsewhere, but in those fine moments by taking the side, in those fine moments by retakes, which are definitely something we see a lot on Canals as well. A side very open, B maybe a little bit more cluttered, but a chance for those lurks, a chance for those wraparounds, so a lot of chances that will be provided. And again, coming down to this fine moments where Rain so far looked better on these type of clutches as well, where Fallen Knight then gets it to put himself on 26-11 when you kind of felt like there was going to be a comeback in the works, right, for Invictus. It didn't happen. And the start then of the 2nd map being so good for Rain, Invictus just haven't gotten a good start yet as well. I mean, I had the statistics here. They won on Soar, they won on Bureau. Both times it was 6-6. But the other maps, the other 3, have all gone in the favor of Invictus. We've had a 7-5, an 8-4, and a 9-3. you gotta win a half sometimes in order to, yeah, you know, get things going and find some confidence.
You know, you're not wrong, and you're also talking like coming into Canals, you think there's gonna be a lot of opportunity for lurks, and I do think it's gonna happen, especially because we know Invictus like to get really aggressive on the coalition side. So I think Rain, if they're smart, they'll be lurking along the breach side. But again, there's just been a lot of lurking overall today. Kind of want to talk about that, actually breaking this down just with the map layout here, because again, we did see here over on the side of Invictus, when they were on the breach side, you had Rain pushing up a lot on port here, and sometimes they take a lot of space. Maybe you have a coalition player up here, or you know, maybe it's players contesting this, players pushing B long, they were, you know, even players contesting A long. But no matter what happens, one thing stayed constant throughout basically the entire first half of Invictus when they were on this site, and it's that they always kept control of this region. No matter how far the coalition players are pushed up, even if they were actually pushed up, there was always a player hanging out in the back. Like we had one round where Malik had a really big 2K because you have the coalition players, they've pushed up to him and they've taken all this space, and they're like, we're going for the B long flank. They planted B, and you literally have these players coming up B long thinking they're safe. They're about to go for, you know, a huge flank coming out in this direction, but suddenly from out of nowhere you have Malik just coming around the corner. He's been hanging out in the back here, not doing anything, contesting at all, and he's able to just come around and peek out. Easy 2-piece for him. Or like we had another round where it was Volgrant who was hanging out in the back here. Actually was hanging out way further back, and there was like a smoke cutting him off, but you had the players who were coming in. You had a couple players by containers trying to contest side. You had one player on top of box, and Volgrant waited for the perfect opportunity to see if he was going to be able to strike, and the second that smoke disappeared, he came out. Now I don't believe he got the kills here, but he did manage to do a lot of damage to both these players and help his teammates to secure the round. So I do think there's been a lot of lurking plays like that where we've had these guys sort of just hanging back, and I think we're going to see that even more on Canals, because it's a map that rewards you for lurking so much more than a map like Port. And I do think that coming into Canals here, we're going to see so much more plays, especially with snipers. Snipers haven't been pulled out enough in my opinion here, which I think is quite interesting, and I do hope to see some sniper action, specifically from Fallen Knight. I do hope that he's going to pull out the sniper a little bit coming into Canals here, because I love watching him rock that sniper.
Yeah, long engaging fights. I look forward to it. And you mentioned particularly Invictus doing very well in those lurks. We've seen Fallen Knight do that a lot as well, right? With lots of double kills coming out. So Rain also using it. And I think Rain even more than Invictus managed to get those lurker plays out, with really helped them get the victory. Because even if Invictus get players up close and personal, get players onto the side, have an advantage, there's still a wraparound happening somewhere on the map, which completely changes the course of the round. Invictus thinks they're safe. Hell nah, man. Hell nah, you're not safe.
No, yeah, no, 100%. And again, it's specifically on a map like Canals where it's so awkward to deal with lurkers, because you have all those open lanes that you can contest. Like, I feel like last weekend we were actually watching this, and it felt like every single round there was someone that was contesting upper catwalk, whether they were peeking coalition spawn or trying to wrap around the B site. It felt like there was someone on the breach side every single round pushing up towards the upper catwalk, and I think that's probably going to stay constant in this game. If not pushing up, at the bare minimum, I would probably say at least contesting around the square and making sure that those coalition players don't have control of the bridge and of the boats.
Yeah, and looking back at these final rounds for Invictus, just to quickly look back, every single time they find a 1 versus 1 round, right? Invictus wins one very nicely, then Rain wins a close one. Invictus weren't the ones ahead at this point, and that's what I'm talking about in the first half. If Invictus would have been able to fight themselves a 6-6 or maybe even a 7-5 in their favor, and this is obviously all hypothetical speaking and all of that, but getting those earlier leads on the coalition side, they were really good in finding like a really good round, then choked one of them, and that kept on throwing back and forth, but they didn't have the lead ever in the map. So in that point, getting those rounds back and forth is nice, but you're always fighting an uphill battle. Jake told about hot potato, like the hot potato throwing over, like they were doing that all the time. Felt like Invictus was finally going to get a breakthrough. They didn't do it, because when this round found its success for Invictus, Rain came out with a mysterious round out of nowhere, which got them back into the lead. So Invictus just couldn't push their ticket forward, even though they've been given the chances multiple times.
You know, 100%. And again, another thing I did notice coming into the end of the games here is I felt like Invictus were really struggling on their retakes when they were on the coalition side. Particularly Rain, there was one round where they pushed B, And it just felt like, I think it actually might be this round's playing out, but it felt like they took way too long to retake. No, it was not this round. It was this round right here that's playing. And they all came from spawn. No variety in like wrapping around the map or anything. Nobody trying to contest mid or anything. They were too scared of the lurkers and Rain, like you were talking about. Rain doing a good job of that. And so they all just bunched up together in coalition spawn. And it just, you know, was too much to handle. We had Flawless coming in the back to clean up the round. But I think this round could have been the turning point for Invictus. But again, just letting Rain control too much of the map. That's another big thing that they kind of struggled to deal with, is you can lurk here, lurk there, but still giving up too much control at the end of the day is going to make your retake so much harder.
Yeah, I mean, I think Rain gave up a lot of control on the coalition side, but I think they used the sort of inhibition of control that Invictus was going for, right? I think Invictus tried play similar to Rain by playing on the side, playing those crossfires, but every single time the site was taken, there was no plan to play a retake. There was no plan to set it up. It was like, okay, let's wait like 10 seconds, and now we go from the most obvious spot ever. Whereas Rain had players set up all around the map, lurking through mid, lurking from spawn, one from main as well, and just made it such a incredibly hard hold coming in from the attacking side. And we got a lovely face joining us, or some might love, some might not, I don't know. Sunny joining us again for this map 6. Yeah, what did you think of that analysis? I think we took on some good points about what's happened and what teams need to improve.
You know, I think you guys did a, dare I say, phenomenal job.
Oh, yes.
There it is. And what else is going to be phenomenal is going to be map number 6. And we're going to be hopping on into it shortly here, folks. I think we're almost ready to knife. Again, thank you so much for Manthus and Jesse for sitting down, doing that analysis for everybody. While we're getting everybody in here, you know, we want to start the match as soon as possible, but people got to charge devices, grab something to drink, take the time, relax a little bit. It is a best of 7. It is a long day, but it could be closed out here on this map, and we're going to find out because it is the beginning of map number 6 right now. We're ready to knife. Let's do it.
My hometown, and also a different server. We're on Swedish servers here for this one, Invictus versus Rain. That could be the end. Rain already coming off the back of 2 pretty good maps. That wasn't their server, now they're going to theirs. It could be only better. I mean, I got a DM from Jimmy saying, I've been refreshed, I got new confidence. So I'm ready to see what he has been cooking, because he must, maybe some G Fuel, you never know.
Hey, you never know. You got to do to get that the energy needed to refuel. And did you see that? Invictus winning the knife once again.
Wait, oh yeah, but that was already pre-planned, Jake. We don't have to be like mysterious about it anymore. Invictus will win every knife round.
It's scripted, folks. Surprise, surprise,
surprise. And Invictus, wow, they chose the breach side. Oh my, 6 in a row. That's just incredible, man. That's incredible.
I love you all in the chat. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Thank you so much for hanging out with us and watching. Boy, has this been a great grand final so far, and hopefully it won't be the final map. They're just finalizing everything here. We're going to find out here. Again, I think, we're talking about the sniper play a little bit in the analysis. I think we're definitely going to see some more snipers. Fallen Knight is going to be keeping an eye on. Faultless as well. We'll see if anybody else gets a little fancy and pulls it out. TRG is something we might just see. I would love to see some TRG action. Access from a couple weeks ago. Unfortunately, his team didn't make it here. But man, he got on the TRG early and started opening things up and could really cause some chaos with it. But these teams being just a little more old school, if it were. These players been around for a while. So much experience. I don't know if they're going to pull the TRG out. They're kind of set in their ways. I think there's a higher chance of an HK, in all honesty. But we're live. We're going to find out here. Maybe we'll get the TRG. Give me a KSG. I know this is not the map for it, but that's not going to happen. Guess I haven't been as good of a boy as I thought. Sorry, Santa.
Unlucky. Let's see what Canals will bring us, though. Like I said, refined. Jim, we got Noxic back in. It's not, again, Nexera. He's left the line. Same lineup still for Rain. So the only difference we see is that Noxic comes in. And Noxic has something to him, right? He's been in 3 different teams for 3 different seasons of Pro League. And he won Pro League 3 times with every single lineup. So there is something to say. It's actually the other way around. Nexera is out. Noxic is in. We're seeing what Invictus have cooking for them. Waiting for some aggression here. Coming out from Rain. A 5-man B stack against a 5-man... the breach spawn stack. Invictus is waiting the timeout. Well, eventually looking to push there. Probably right into the hands of Rain. This is such a weird pistol round.
This is the new strat, man. It is all the rage these days. This is what all the cool kids are doing now.
It's only B. It's like we're playing Wingman.
Yeah. And we got 36 seconds here. I mean, are we commitment averse here? We don't like A? She's not that pretty, I guess. I'm not feeling B either. Where are we going? 25. We're going to start the countdown here? A little SpaceX action? We blasting off or not? 20 seconds. I need to make the move, and I think it... What? I'm so confused at what's going on right now. And they're just going to go ahead and let Team Rain win by default.
I have a feeling.
I have a feeling too. We're gonna get some information.
I have a feeling that the game is gonna be restarted or something. Yeah, because I think Jimmy and Vulgrant were both AFK at the start of the round.
Okay, that makes sense.
So that's the reason why I didn't see 2 of them move. Yeah, some players went to the toilet, and yeah, the game was starting. Now we're live. So okay, pistol round, folks. It's gonna restart it. We're not gonna have it. Luckily, I guess for Invictus fans out there. And now Rain, of course, the fact that they stacked B, all of them, they're going to do exactly the same. And Invictus, they've learned from their mistakes. They're going, hey, this is so funny. Oh, Rain, they play the same pistol. No variety.
Hey,
and Invictus take the plant. This is smart from Invictus as well, in a way.
Invictus is scrappy and might just have the higher IQ in certain scenarios, but I think Team Rain is just playing together better as a team, and they're sticking to strategy. That's the key. People don't get that word is thrown around so much, but strategy, you got to stick to it. Even if it's not working necessarily in a couple rounds, you got to keep sticking to strategy, going over and over and over again. And what's working so far is this bomb retake. Vulgrant trying to prevent it from getting it, but he's going to get dropped by my line. And Faultless stays alive as well, and they're going to defuse the bomb. And Team Rain winning that pistol round here. Ladies and gentlemen, they are in the lead of this best of 7, currently 3-2. And starting off the next map here, the match point map for them very well. Super early on here, but Team Rain ready to strike in round 2 with the weaponry. The M4s, they got the cash to utilize. We'll see how Invictus responds. We've seen them use those pistols quite effectively in the past, especially yesterday. They had plenty of rounds with 3 or 4 where they either almost won or won using pistols or being in an eco situation. So you can't count them out here. They really remind me of Evil Vision with the pistols and the broken buys. So we'll see.
Okay, let's see what they can do. Noxic with the opener, of course. The Belarusian trying to make it happen for his team. Good shot from Malik will be found with another one potentially going his way. It's a little bit of a tough fight there against Fallen Out. Now the only one left standing. Can Malik do it? What a shot with the Deagle. One more to find. Can Malik finish off the day? He's going to pick up the bomb. He's going to have a chance. Lining it up. My line will be taking him down. That is marvelous still for Rain. And again, so close, yet so far away for Invictus.
I want diamond knives. There we are, round number 3 underway. Invictus now having the weaponry to work with. No sniper rifle pulled out just yet. Rain to stay here on bonus. Utilize those M4s, and so far, so good. Fallen Knight opens up the kill feed on Jimmy. And Malik quick to trade him back out here. Ooh, Faultless. Just obliterating Valley. Liking where the bomb's at. They can move across through tons here, quickly over towards B and get it planted, and that's... Oh, never mind. Vulgrant, now the last player alive, has nobody to work with. Still can move over towards B. He knows there's going to be at least one player over there to contend with. If Noxic got a good view of sight, he might be able to let him know there's only one there. Problem he's going to have, though, is player number 3. You see Sizzix right there, sitting on Coalition stairs, watching, and Vulgrin's going to decide to move back and over towards A. He's got 55 seconds here. He's definitely not planning on saving, I don't think. Really no reason to. It's so early on. Almost worth just trying to get that bomb planted. He's just start wrapping his way around towards B here. And my line draws a line right to his head and deletes him. It's 3-0, Team Rain. Once again, looking really good here early on. Got the pep in their step.
Yeah, and we see one clear thing. You see it live now. My line, 7-0. It's Swedish servers again. It's like, say, 60 to 80 ping difference for my line. And he's already picking up numbers. And the SG now also to work with. This is a great combination. For the people that haven't watched it yet, be sure to watch out. The sniper casually taking down Jimmy. No chance to take him down. As with no utility into the mid-side throne, Fallen Knight gets a freebie. Rotations need to be called. Invictus has to try and take him down, while Noxic is a little anxious of doing so. Rotations for Rain have to come out. Great shot from Malik there onto my line. Now the flash is thrown to catch Fallen Knight off guard. The site will be taken over. Great retake there, of course, from Invictus, because originally they weren't the ones in the driving seat whatsoever, and now actually have a pretty decent position to go for. Veli needs to wait for the flash to expire for a swing to come out, trying to make it happen. Remaining will find one, taking his counterpart down. A Shadow still standing for this retake. Fulgrim from Cafe with a wrap around from Noxic. He's going to join him. Well, the bomb has been smoked off, defusing. Fallen Knight goes for the ninja. Fallen Knight goes all the way. Oh, Fallen Knight with the ninja defuse to pick Rain up for 4. Planted or diffused on top of the box, reaching down. Rain is unstoppable.
Like I said, it's raining here on Amsterdam. Over here on Canals.
And it's a clutch again. It's a clutch again. Why would it? Why wouldn't it, right?
Yeah.
Rain, when the tight moments, they're just too good. They're just too good.
Pressure makes diamonds, and that's what... oh my gosh. Through
That's the second time in a row.
They even got the smoke down. It doesn't matter. The game sense is just too OP, and he finds Noxic as well. Ooh, toxic on that. Oh my god. Fallen Knight getting 3 again. He's toxic on that sniper rifle. It's up to Valley left alone. The man Fallen Knight, we told you to look out for him. And he's looking good there in round at number 5. Team Rain up 5-0 here. Invictus winning the knife round. Jesse, you said this. Always setting themselves up on the back foot to have to fight back. You win the knife round, take the coalition side.
Yeah, just, I mean, change it once, right? I mean, I will ask Jimmy about this, and we probably won't come back to it if we don't have, like, the winning interview for him, which he has to miraculously come back from. But if you need that confidence, he's now going to buy out the sniper himself with the switch up of play for Fallen Knight. Nah, you can't! You gotta be kidding me! He switches up the play, and another entry will go his way. This guy is too good. Reads it through, gets another entry, and when you thought Jimmy was trying to stabilize, right, the sniper finally pulled out for Invictus as well to try and stop this counterpart. It's Fallen Knight switching it up, getting an entry elsewhere. Now looking for Noxic. Get me out of this. Get me out of this. What's going on?
Yeah, you gotta push B, you gotta flash out. Oh my gosh, I thought he hit that. Did he actually tag him?
I think he tagged him. And a nade kill. Oh no, Invictus. I mean, I think like yesterday we had to do a safety warning for looking at Jimmy. Now we just need to put a safety warning for looking at Rain. This is...
Well, again, Jimmy's been so quiet. Jimmy was that X factor for his team yesterday. That was helping him out so much, and he is just not... I mean, he is performing, right? But he's just not having that...
spark.
X factor performance. Yeah, that spark. Nothing is catching today. And there's moments he is sparking, but he can't get anything to catch on fire. And Team Rain... They are on fire. There's not enough rain to put out right now. They're speaking of Jimmy. Fallen Knight just deleting him back to spawn with the sniper.
Oh,
He's
no.
getting out of there. He says, no, I am good. I'm letting you know we're on the site. We're causing chaos. I'm moving back over here towards B because you think there's a player on A with sniper rifle. Well, maybe we'll rotate towards B real quick.
Fallen Knight is Jimmy's kryptonite, man. He's taken him down like 4 times already. He's been down 7 times, and he's going to continue to stomp. This is why you buy a sniper, ladies and gentlemen, on Canals. It's too easy.
You can work it. If you can work it, and there's so many players who can't. They can buy the sniper rifle. They can't use it. Fallen Knight is one of those players who can, and he is showing how dominant he truly can be on it right now. My line, there's that ping advantage right there, swinging out on Noxic, and it is 7-0 Invictus. I'm not going to say anything because, again, I am one with the caster's curse, but wow, would that be insane.
And the thing is,
I'm thinking, you're thinking the same thing.
Yeah. Of course, I am thinking the same thing. Like the thing I'm mostly thinking about, like you guys in the chat, you guys want observing, right? But do you want for this game to just only look at Fallen Knight? Let me know in the chat, because I personally would want to have just a POV view of Fallen Knight for this game.
Yeah, well, like a 24-hour stream of just Fallen Knight sniping right now, POV. Look at this angle. Oh.
Wallbang? No, he's not going to attempt it. Switching it over. Oh, timing again. We're seeing it in full action right now. He's also not always able to find an entry, luckily, because that would be too much.
Invictus really needs a round. They need it here and now. They need a little confidence. And you know he's over there. He's living rent-free in your head right now. They're being careful not to... Man, you barely... Yeah. Ouch. Oh, that was close. Just a little to the left. And he's almost able to come back and pick him up. Okay, they're on A side. Players. TT bridge. Make that 3 as they're pushing up. Jimmy finds Faultless. They need to plant that bomb now. Valley finally planting it.
Bomb has been planted.
Oh, another tag. No kill, though.
This looks like it might be a controlling round here for Team Invictus, finally. Oh my gosh, they brought it back to equal here on the body count board. There's plenty of time to defuse. They're pushing in. They don't have time to wait, though. Valley, it's a 1v1. My line is there. Malik only at 33 HP. My line needs to move fast. He's got no time to waste. He's got to stick the defuse. Oh my gosh. He's got no time. My line, he's got no time. Nothing can he do. He knows it. He makes the ultimate sacrifice. Invictus puts the first one on the board. But even though they won that round, the damage was done by Rain. There's nobody carrying weapons into the next round. No armor, no utilities, no nothing. It's a full buy. They're back to that same cast situation they were at. And that loss bonus has been reset. This could really hurt them if they don't win this next round.
Gotta be careful. We'll have to see. The Fallen Knight POV we've had. Now he's on the arc, so no sniper action anymore. Let's see what Invictus have cooking for us now that sniper is gone. Still nothing, because Fallen Knight with an arc is also pretty nice. 2 kills right there. Jimmy said he was going to wake up. That's his kill. That's his opening. And that's the site taken over from Invictus. They still have a second lifeline. As they create it for themselves, they start putting up individual performances. Something we've seen Invictus do the entirety of time. Well, eventually, of course, in the closer rounds, some clutches like this from Stizex could start to come out. He might expect Volgren to be here up close. Spots him, sees him, kill gets found. Stizex is up for the 1v3. Full utility still to work with as well. An idea of where Noxic might be. Checking long for now. That's not the right spot. Has to cross back to the side where Noxic is waiting. The Belarusian finds it. And Invictus have one more on the board.
Jacob calling it 13-5 for Team Rain. We'll see. We'll see. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Invictus, there we go. Finally on the board, like you said. 2 points. I was thinking for a second, like, there's no way this goes 13-0. Like, no way, does it? For a moment, it was looking like that, but Invictus finally coming alive here. They need to at least put 2 more points here on the board. 8-4 would be a good situation for them. But again, they continually win the knife round. They continually pick the breach side. They're fighting uphill every single time. It has to be tiring, especially when you're getting beat up by Fallen Knight constantly. Whether he's got the AUG or the Euratio in his hand, he's there dominating thus far on this map. And then other players to work with as well. My line is great, Faultless as well. I don't know. Go downhill once in a while. You know, take the sled down. Always got to walk uphill both ways. You're not my grandpa talking about going to school. Just met it here on the clock. Shadow going to drop Volgren, and it's 2 players remaining now. And there it is. I said the HK, probably more likely than the KSG in the hands of Jimmy. Love to see it. We'll see if he can capitalize off of it. He's going to swing over. Oh, he's not going to look. Fallen Knight there. Gets him off guard. And it is going to be an 8-2 at the final of round number 10. Malik, very low HP, just with the SG in hand. Beautiful. That beautiful, was that season 4? Candy cane skin. There it is. That's an 8-2 in. We're into round number 11 now, Jesse. My line picked that HK up. Curious to see how he uses it.
And there's a storyline, of course, for both teams here. HK, we'll see what that's going to be, but a Shadow that has left the side of Invictus back then, Mulet Mafia, right, to join this team, has left his Romanian friend of Valley, Melik. They joined the dark side by joining Invictus, and both now up against each other with different sort of approaches, different lineups now, but still in the same game. And Rain is looking to get the better of them again. World stage, world final, that's where they shine. Melik's gonna have to run still very far. Catching Fallen Knights, of course. That's at least the lurk falling, but the wallbang will do the job. Myline taken by Melik, who's trying to stomp them once more. Requires for a lot more. Jimmy can't deliver. Melik up for the clutch still. Has an H clutch to make, but Shadow mows him down. Another fight, another day, another round for Rain.
9-2. What are they gonna do? Invictus, oh Invictus. This is all or nothing here. Do or die. You've made it so far. You're not a stranger to beating Team Rain. Today you definitely are. Not in the past. It's when it counts, Team Rain turns up. Pressure makes diamonds. They're looking for that third one to add to the crown. Falls open it up, trying to get a kill, but he's flashed, he's blinded. He's gonna go ahead and get out of the line of fire. Never mind, he comes out and somehow hits that headshot on Jimmy. Melik is gonna drop him, preventing for doing him more damage. And now Valley inside a cafe. The Shadow is there, hiding in the shadows, and it is looking once again like it might be another round going to Team Rain. Melik and Noxic are the last two players alive. Melik very low HP. And oh my gosh, was that clean. Jesse, we are a 10-2 half here. It is match point for Team Rain. If they come in and win this pistol round, it's going to be all she wrote.
Yep. And it's looking like it. Invictus gotta find momentum, and they gotta find momentum fast. Oh my goodness, this is scoreboard we're looking at. Melik trying so much, right? He is really trying so much. Milo at 125 ping, you can immediately see it make a difference to him. That's what the Swedish servers do to you. Also to a Fallen Knight, to a Shadow. Stizix and Faultless like okay still. An alternating pistol that's being played. Invictus, this is the chance to shine. This is the chance to put everything to work. This is the chance to fully lock in. Make sure to win every single fight. Jimmy is trying to do so. 2 kills in the first half. He wanted to lock in. Now he's doubled his kills and a bomb will go down. A retake that's required. Like we said, this pistol so important. Good shot from Melik still found. He's doing more work than he already expected. Faultless caught, so the lurk is not inbound anymore. The time already ticking quite far away, so this retake, originally looking quite doable, now actually looked far in the favor from Invictus, but Ray will go for fights. Myline will go for fights. Swing it in. 2 kills for Myline. Ukrainian making noise. Getting making things happen. All on the side still standing. Myline with 3. This is unbelievable. This is a round for Rain. Myline takes them all. That's 4 kills. A 4v2. Drawn to a 2v0. Rain are 2 rounds away from being back-to-back-to-back world champions.
When it rains, it pours, and boy, is it pouring over here on the map of Canals. Team Rain, 2 points from being 3-time world champions here of criticalops. They are so close, yet still so far away. You're on the coalition side. Invictus can make this comeback. I have seen crazy comebacks like this, but I will be honest, not in a situation like this, not against a team like Team Rain. Anything's possible, I guess, but what's the probability of it? Well, I wouldn't be voting on it. Round number 14 is underway. We got a minute 20 here on the clock, and where's the bomb going? It looks like it's going to be B, but you never know with Team Rain. Moving slowly up. They're on eco here for Invictus. There's the hero rifle in the hands of Jimmy. Hopefully he can capitalize with it, but he just hasn't been able to do much so far. Stizix drops. This is it. Jimmy coming up. Unless they feed him here inside a cafe, are they confident? They're confident, but not cocky. He gets dropped. Valley's the last one alive. No Naxera, and it's over. It's match point for Team Rain, Jesse. This could be a 13-2 for Team Rain.
To end it. Oh no. Raid and Port, like we said, very close. Then this one being lopsided, we also said, which we didn't really want to say. We didn't want to jinx it. Now we seem to have still exactly that highlight. 19-6. This man is playing for NA, playing on Swedish servers. Just casually taking them all down. 4 players pushing, going aggressive. Myline sent to heaven, but the Modan is here. Shadow Fallen Knight clinching up 2 more kills to find to crown themselves world champion. Every single time Rain plays in pro leagues, they don't quote unquote seem to care. But when it's worlds, when it's backs against the wall, this team is on another level. And they win back-to-back-to-back world championships. 2022, 2023, and now 2024. Rain, 3-time world champion.
Unbelievable. Fallen Knight 21-7, Myline and Shadow 19-7 respectively. They absolutely dominated Team Invictus here. You come in day one, it's almost looking like Invictus would have walked away with it. If we continued playing, if we had played more maps, Invictus looked like they would have walked away with it. But you give Rain enough time to regroup, to breathe, to relax, to allow that pressure to build up, and that's what they need. They are like a, what was that, a pressure cooker? You don't want them, too much pressure builds up and they start to cook. 13-2. This is the biggest, we were just saying, in order for Invictus to have the round balance going into map number 7, they'd have to win 13-2. That was the scoreline, right, Jesse? I said, no way. I still thought Team Rain was going to win this map. That was my thought. I was like, no way we're getting a 13-2 Invictus. No way it's 13-2, period. Well, you and I were both right to some degree. 13-2 in favor of Team Rain. Absolutely insane. Chat is just about to catch up and start going insane. I cannot believe what I just watched. Fallen Knight is the man. This is the highlight reel for him. He has been on fire with the sniper rifle, with the AUG. You got to give him the MVP.
Yeah. And there's storylines for everybody, right? I mean, Fallen Knight having this game completely mowed down, but you get a Stizek, sort of a rookie. The first tournament he plays with Rain, winning immediately the World Championship with it. Myline playing from NA, just casually dropping like almost 20 frags on this map again. 20-6, 19-6, I think he was. And then Shadow leaving Invictus to play for Rain, joining the dark side on his end, right? But you gotta join them to beat them sometimes, or whatever that statement might be, right? I can't even speak anymore. What a game, Mantis. You were also there. We got ourselves not a new world champion, but I guess still a very nice world champion.
I'm still in disbelief, dude. I was just watching that, and I felt the same way y'all did about Fallen Knight. If I'm not gonna lie, it felt like it was 6 maps too late from when that man pulled out the sniper. I was waiting so long. Like, it's just, I needed him to cook. I was waiting all day for this to happen, and the time finally came, and he definitely delivered. And again, like, literally team MVP. I don't know if he'll actually be MVP for the whole tournament. We'll have to pull up the stats and all that in a moment here. But like, either way, just watching him cook with the sniper on Canals, that felt to like, that was definitely the highlight of the day for me. Like, I was so looking forward to that moment.
Yeah, it was Myline 19-7 as well. I mean, what a great performance for him. We were talking about the ping issues he was going to be having to play here in North America on his team that's over based in Europe. And coming in map number 6 and doing a great job as well. Congratulations, Team Rain. They've got that 3rd diamond for their crown. I don't really know what else to say here. I mean, well, we can analyze a little bit more and go over what happened. But I mean, that map 2 went by so incredibly quick. It was just Team Rain non-stop. We didn't get to map number 7. Unfortunately, it wasn't needed. 13-2, Rain won. Most of those games are pretty close, besides Grounded, which Rain also won 13-5. And I was comparing, I can't remember if I was doing it on stream or off stream, but Grounded to Canals. They're kind of similar with the way the coalition set up and whatnot, and that the domination that you can get on that coalition side. And, you know, we definitely saw Team Rain utilize that well. Coming back to the point you made, Jesse, you win the knife round so many times on the Invictus side. I mean, it's over now. This is all shoulda, coulda, woulda, hindsight, but you win the knife round every single time and you choose the breach. You constantly are putting yourself on the back foot, not saying, I mean, would it have been 13-2? I don't see it being 13-2 if you start on the coalition side. Still might have been a 13-7 because Rain was just on point that game. And that's a map they are so good on. We were talking about the stats right before the map started. But it would have been a 13-2. It might have been your round win.
It's just like a switch up of sort of mentality as well. starting off just sitting back and relaxing for once rather than having to make the plays immediately. And I get the thought behind it, like, okay, you can end it on a more safer way, right? I mean, that's the thing you mentioned coming into this, right? I've always seen teams choose coalition side, and the science behind the breach side you mentioned, Jake, was basically like you can make that comeback. But constantly going for it and feeling like, and raid, port, things not necessarily working out. Try something new when you're on map disadvantage, right? When you're match point down, try it. Just it might be able to work out for you. Like you said, it would have given you like 2 or 3 more rounds, but maybe 4. But it wouldn't have made a difference this time. But it could have made a difference in terms of like just some more rounds here and there, some more interesting moves, and maybe Rain getting caught off guard there a bit.
And you do it over and over and over again. How demoralizing does that get? Even the maps you win, where you're constantly starting on the I just had a brain fart. The breach side. You're constantly getting kicked in the stomach on the first half. Even if you come back and win, it's much closer. You're not going to have an opportunity for the round balance like Rain did in the first map, 13-5. So even if you do make it all the way to best of 7, you're going to be at a disadvantage with them possibly able to choose. So just kind of setting yourself up for failure just with small little things like death by 1,000 paper cuts. Just mentality wise, you can be the greatest player stat wise, you can have all the skill, but if you start getting that mental game screwed up, it's over. It is over. And just doing that 6 times in a row, granted over 2 days, I don't know, I think that can add up, just being like, oh, again, we're gonna get the crap kicked out of us on the breach side to start with.
And again, I might need some confirmation on this, but I think for the most part, except for maybe like 1 map, I think that Rain won almost all the pistol rounds, like starting on it, whenever Invictus were starting off on that breach side. And I think that probably also had a big factor. Is you got to think from the shoes of Invictus, at least what I think the plan was to start off on the breach side and go for that pistol round win, because even if the half doesn't go that great, you can get a couple rounds at the bare minimum, and maybe at least get like 4 rounds going into it. But the thing is, that didn't get to happen in all these maps because it was just Rain coming in and sweeping on that pistol round, and then just building up a giant snowball and making it so much harder for Invictus to come back from that. And I think that had to be their plan, because I understand what you're talking about, like, maybe they should have started on the coalition side so that they could have racked up more rounds. But I feel like, again, they were probably not caring as much about round balance here, because they were still able to get decent ping no matter what server they're on. Both these teams are based in Europe for the most part, and so at this point it's probably more so about going for the win than for the round balance, at least in my opinion. But again, just those pistol rounds did not go in the favor of Invictus like they probably wanted them to. And I think that's a big reason why Rain won. Because again, they definitely have planned very well for those pistol rounds, considering how they were almost flawless on them.
Yeah, at least today they were flawless. I think yesterday it was more Invictus taking it. And that might have been also the reason why they started off so strong. I remember at least on Soar, which was them starting on the breach side and immediately getting a good grip. Me and Jake immediately saying like, oh, this is great because this is such a coalition-sided map. So starting off strong is the way to go. But yeah, again, like you said, if you don't have that and you're constantly fighting for the back foot, you're going for that approach of fighting for the back foot to make a comeback, and you don't have any foot to stand on, with then looking back at like a port where you get more kills, but simply just you can't convert the rounds because a lot of clutches go your way. That's all building up to be mental disaster striking on you and making you just incredibly weak in a way.
Yeah, it's like a game of Jenga. Like, yes, you are winning, you're getting the kill, or you're getting the kills, but you don't win the round, and it just starts adding up over and over and over again. And by the time you get to that map number 6, you were just demoralized, and well, then the tower falls down. All the pieces rain down on the floor, and Team Rain gets to win for the 3rd time, world champions. Again, congratulations for them. I know we're going to be hearing from at least one of the players here shortly. We're going to have them come on into the room. We're getting all of that prepared right now. So thank you all for being patient with us in the chat. I'm still I'm not at a loss for words, but it's like, it's surreal because we started talking about it coming in just a little over a month ago going, okay, like it could be Team Rain 3 times, but probability, I don't know. Here we are.
Yeah, the thing is, like, we can talk more because it wasn't like map 7 13-12 like last time, right? Map 7 Canals 13-12, that to decide who's winning worlds. Now it's just 13-2 and we're like map 6, like we have still like energy to go. Unfortunately, it's over.
You know what's not over though? The viewer rewards. That's right, folks. The viewer rewards are not over. They're open right now. Go ahead, touch it, nudge it, click it, flick it, twist it, bop it, do the thing. Oh, and it's double the reward. It is double right now, so you better get it while you can. Go do it. Bop it, twist it, do the things. You know how it works, folks. Go ahead and let us know you're watching, and thank you so much for hanging out with us. We couldn't do this without you all. Wow.
Yeah. It's like it's Christmas.
Yeah, make sure you guys take advantage of those viewer rewards while you still can. Because, yeah, like we said, double rewards. And we got to thank all of y'all for tuning in and watching with us because we had a super exciting grand finals. I'm so glad that we got to keep it interesting for today. I kind of wish we got to take it over to Barcelona, you know, towards the end. But unfortunately, it's not happening. You know, we're not playing Plaza. Breaks my heart a little bit, but it means that Reign are just going to be your 3 times in a row champions.
And what does this mean, Mantis?
End it, man. Like, if there's any doubt, there was any doubt that they don't deserve to be at 13-2.
I don't know, man. Yeah. They're just Reign are the undisputed goats of criticalops now. Like at this point, it's like going forward for Worlds. It's me thinking we need to see someone else take the stage. Like. Yeah, it's crazy that Reign have been here.
Pro League is for other teams, and Reign just does it in the World Championship.
They just don't care when there's not a lot on the line.
Yeah. I mean, Mantis, well, what does this mean for Reign in terms of the prize money, right? We can take a look at that real quickly, because what did they actually win? Let's take a look at that before we already saw Faultless joining our call, so he's already happy and he wants to come. But this is the prize pool, Mantis. Take it away.
Yep, again, right now looking primarily at second and first place. Invictus are still going home with $6,000 spread amongst their team. A pretty significant prize. 7 of those knife and glove skins. So you guys saw a lot of those players rocket in game. And of course, 15,000 credits going to the entire roster. But Reign are going to be taking home that first place prize of $12,000, 7 champion rings. And there's also going to be, of course, the knife and glove skins for all the players and 25,000 credits going to each player on the team as well. So a pretty great lineup of prizes here. And again, congratulations to Reign once again for taking home that first place prize. It is pretty significant.
Yeah. And doing it 3 times, it starts adding up, not only in like the money category, but like we said, right? It's like Worlds is just their tournament, whereas the others, like, yeah, just we don't care about it, right? Even though they've tried. On World, they have that spark. On World, they have just that energy to prove themselves. And I think we are ready to bring Faultless into the interview. Faultless, привет, and Garosh, because you won the World Championship.
Hello, Jossie. Hello, Mantis. Hello, guys. Thank you so much for congratulations. I'm happy to be here with you again.
Yeah. It's really great. How does it feel now to be back to back for you? This is your 3rd for my line. This is also your 3rd for Fallen Knight 2nd, and some even Stizex, right? A new youngster. Like, this is the first tournament he plays with you, and immediately winning it out with you. It's insane.
Yeah, actually, that's insane. I still can't believe that we really made it whenever no one really trusted in us and believed. But yeah, that's our first drink for me and my line, at least. Stizex isn't a youngster, but yeah, that's his first tourney for us. And I can't even explain how it feels to be back to back champion, because that's really weird feeling. It's not that amazing as the first time, but it's so nice to understand that you can win with any players in your team.
Yeah, and again, another thing that we were kind of talking about is you guys just always, across all your years, seem to be second day players, in my opinion. It feels like day one is not usually going in your favor. Like, you know, other team is ahead, you guys are maybe struggling a little bit, and then you guys get that time to reset and think about it, and you come into day 2 and you always come with so much momentum. You just clean sweep on the day, and I don't know how you guys always do that so successfully and so easily, but you make it look so easy. Like, it's just coming in, and we're sitting here like, guys, I don't know, maybe Reign's actually gonna get dethroned this year, and all of a sudden it's just another surprise from you guys.
Actually, that's easy because we have to adapt to our opponent. It's really hard for us to play day 1 as we have to fix some issues that we have as a team, some individual issues that's a bit shaking for everybody, or just we're overpicking, we're overthinking, and we have to relax to the day 2 and play our game as we can. And the main factor, I guess, that second day, every time somebody has to perform. And I guess this day that's absolutely about the Fallen Knight. Fallen Knight, my line, even Shadow and C6 were doing a decent job.
Yeah, so so you would say the individual step up was the main reason for you getting this done on the second day, or what would you say was the main reason for the second day going so much better than the first one?
I guess main reason was that we had really weird map pull for day 1, and Soar and Grounded are our worst maps we could ever play. Also, Burial is really hard to play against S2, so we just picked the bad maps and just keep that best maps for next day. So we got motivated and we know that we can come back and reverse sweep because that weren't our main maps and we just could reverse sweep easily. And yeah, just fixing our mistakes, finding a better communication, finding a proper lineup, finding a proper setups for everybody to feel good. So I guess that's just mostly about fixing issues.
I think it's funny that you say Grounded was not one of your good maps. A little ironic.
Yeah, actually, that's funny because we had absolutely zero hopes about Grounded, and we picked it just because we didn't want to play the day 2, because the Grounded would be really disappointing part of the day 2 if we had that, and us two weren't really ready for the Grounded day 1, and Jimmy said in the live band that this interesting and surprising pick, so we just took an advantage of the surprising thing. So I guess that worked. If we played Grounded on day 2, I guess we would actually lose.
Just some question that I was kind of wondering about as well. Like between the Swedish and the Turkish servers, was there much of a difference you felt like, or was it mainly felt by my line? Did you feel any difference in terms of that?
Actually, we have a team that always deals with ping. So Stazix always has more than 70 at least. My line always has more than 100, so he's fallen. And I guess that's not a big problem. Just mentally, it's hard to lose some stupid gunfights we could have, like on Burial against Naxer when he was eco. We just couldn't refrag due to the servers. So that was some stupid mistakes. But it's not about the ping, where the team that is really experienced about the cross-regional gaming. We're always playing cross-regional in the finals and the semi-finals or whatever. So that's just mostly about the confidence and momentum that you get during the play on your own server. But we're able to manage the pressure on the opponent server.
Yeah. Mantis, if I can keep on talking, if you have a question, it's
another one.
Okay. I mean, it's almost next year, right? It's almost the end of the year. We're almost at New Year as well. For next year, are we gonna see Rain doing like the same as they did this year? Like, okay, we're not gonna perform in Pro League and we're gonna do it in World Champion, or will you guys also be striking in the Pro League this time, or how will Rain look like next year?
That's always hard to say because people getting older, so is me, and that's hard to find proper amount of time to prepare and get ready for such an important and hard event. I really appreciate my team for really having a lot of time to train and do the maximum effort from what we have. So I really thank them for being here, for being always on time, and just doing the best job possible. But in the next year, I don't know, because as you can see, every single year our roster is really different and no one really knows what's going to be in the 2025. But hopefully we'll show up again.
Yeah, you say a lot of time put in. Can you give an indication to people maybe in the chat that want to make it to the level that you are? How much time did you guys put in this world? I think you're saying a lot. I know Jimmy, for example, has been grinding as well a lot. So for him, this is even worse, right? For his side. But can you give an indication of how much you played every day, approximately?
Actually, that's gonna sound funny, but personally, I just checked the screen time during the last map recording, and I had 17 hours. So approximately like 3 hours per day.
Okay, that's
Kinda like that.
that's fine.
No,
Not
not
bad.
more.
Yeah, it's keeping
Yeah,
the
but
balance while staying focused.
yeah, it's hard to find the proper time and find proper screams and way to train. So we just were using maximum effort with minimum time, as we all have work, studying, and stuff like that.
I will say there's one play that I had to ask you about. I know you weren't the man behind it, but on this last map, Canals, I think you shocked everyone watching. I think it was Fallen Knight who went for a ninja defuse, and everyone in the chat and all of us watching were like, "What is happening?" Because we did not know that you can jump on top of the box and defuse the bomb from there. And dude, I'm sorry, but we lost our minds with that play. I was like, what did I just watch? This is like first time new tech. I know other people are probably going to start using it now, but that was like the first time I've ever seen that tech happen.
Yeah, actually, we have two players that are absolutely insane about game mechanics and finding proper nades. You could see some nades that we were throwing before, but this year we picked up statistics. Fallen Knight is doing a great job as well. So these two are having the most amount of tricks, nades, and everything you can actually find. So before the game, we discussed that if that's coming to the defuse, you can actually jump on the box and do that. So Fallen and Physics do a great job to prepare to the match and to prepare for all mechanics that are changing meanwhile. So I really appreciate them for wasting their time on finding the proper nades for us. And I mean, that's really hard to find time to just throw nades on an empty map to find a proper lineup so we can really use them on games. So they were spending like hours a day. I have 17 hours and I guess T6 has like 70. So these guys, Fallen Knight, all did plenty of a job to find a proper timing nades and everything needed for the team. I was just trying to do my best to IGL to get some entries and wasn't really doing that main job. And I really appreciate them for being on board.
Yeah, I wouldn't call it wasted time where you're going to be able to pick up a world champion, Faultless. I would like to thank you so much for this interview, and I would like to invite you as well to go celebrate with your team, because that's definitely another celebration worth it. Might not feel like the same as the first world championship, but definitely very, very close to it. Thank you so much, Faultless, for the time.
Thank you so much, Jossie. Thank you so much, Memphis. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Thank you, developers and the organizers that was us event to play, and I hope that that's our not last event. So see ya.
I hope so as well. Thank you, Faultless. Man, that was an interview and a half, right? Finding new mechanics just simply in the World Championship, right? Just this is the first time we actually see this mechanic from diffusing on top of the box. So it was nice you mentioned it, Mantis. Like, and that's what it is, right? Just those geeks playing a lot of hours, right? That's why I was hinting towards it. I mean, probably 70 hours, 10 hours per day, just grinding, finding things up, when he just goes for 3 hours only and just chills in game and actually calls the strats. You gotta have those motivated players to find out those geeks and plays, and it will be, it will be paying the price for it.
I can say right now, I have so much respect for the players who are willing to take the time to do that. Because I can tell you, even me, that used to be once upon a time, a long time ago, when I actually used to play comp. But like, I'm telling you, there's players who take their time to learn that stuff, and there's players who don't take the time to learn that stuff. And that really separates the difference between the world champions and the ones who are getting knocked out earlier in the tournament. And just, I think it's funny that specifically for that one ninja defuse before the game, they were like, yeah, guys, like make sure you guys know we can throw them off with this play if we smoke it off and defuse on top of the box. I think it's so funny that they prepared for this exact scenario. It's like they knew that they were going to whip out some new tech. I do kind of wish now that this map was a little bit closer and that play had more impact, because just watching that happen on a 13-2 is a little less overwhelming. Or it's a bit underwhelming, I should say. Like, it didn't have as much impact. It was still an insane play, but it's like, oh, well, now it's 7-0 instead of 6-1. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, Rain in the chat with a big heart back to you as well, man. It's so great to have you as an organization here in this Worlds and in criticalops as of a whole. They've definitely made history once more, right, by getting that third win on the board. But for now, get ourselves a little giveaway still to take a look at. And then, I mean, the World Championship, the games, in terms of games and so, it's done. We still get a giveaway, Mantis.
That is right. We're still doing a giveaway for the GameSir controller. Again, this is compatible with Switch, iOS, Android tablets, PC, just about anything that you can connect a controller to. It does work. And especially for those of you Critical Ops players who are in the chat right now, this is going to be a fantastic controller. Again, make sure you guys are taking advantage of the giveaway. There are Gleam links that are popping up in the chat and in the description as well. Those are going to be ending soon because we are coming towards the end of Worlds. So if you haven't already signed up for the giveaway, make sure that you guys are doing that ASAP. But of course, the GameSir controller is not the only giveaway that we have. I do believe we also still have the Gleam giveaway for the Red Magic tablet, kind of waiting on confirmation for that. Yes, it does look like we still have that one going on as well in the Gleam. Again, this is an incredible tablet. We did have the live giveaway earlier that I'm pretty sure has ended already. Again, there was more details about that on the Red Magic Twitter account. But of course, we still have a second giveaway for that in the same description for the Gleam. And this is going to be for that beautiful 2.8K resolution, 10.9-inch display gaming tablet with 144 hertz. This thing could practically be a PC on the go. I'm not gonna lie, just looking at some of the specs here. It is a very powerful device, and I'm so glad that Red Magic have created a powerful device that's going to be powered on Android to give us some of the best gaming experiences possible for mobile. So again, make sure you guys are taking advantage of this giveaway while you still can.
What a beast of a device. Again, guys, links in the description down below. Take advantage of it while you can. I wish I could get one. You Red Magic. My Study does stuff. You see the Twitter handle? I want one. Send me one. I'd love one. Be a beast
Right there, right there.
use. Yeah. So, while you're at it, send one to everybody.
Yeah, you got a Twitter here. You not already access there, so whatever.
Yeah. And everybody besides Red Magic, hit us up on social media. We're here. You want some more of us? We're on social media. You can find us other places on the internet. I know I love me some Twitter, so head us over there. Hit us up on social media and give us a follow.
Yeah, it's very, very nice. Oh boy.
Also want to take a quick moment to go ahead and give a shout out to everyone who did make these streams possible, because again, as we are coming to the end of Worlds 2024, this is going to wrap up our esports for the year, but that doesn't mean that we didn't have a lot of fantastic moments. Obviously to our phenomenal casters that are here on screen right now, Sudden Death, Dutchway, but also to some of our other people, Twist, A-Master behind the scenes, who were other casters that were helping out throughout the tournament. I do gotta show some love to all of them and all of our production people in the background, the mobile esports team, everyone that's making the broadcast possible, because again, there's so many people working behind the scenes to make these streams possible, to entertain all of you. And of course, we also got to give a huge thanks to Critical Force for partnering up with us and making all these giveaways happen, all the viewer rewards, stuff like that. I'm so glad that you guys are able to watch some fantastic Critical Ops esports and still get some nice in-game rewards at the same time. So again, big shout out to everyone who did make all of the streams this year possible for Critical Ops Esports, and I cannot wait to see what we have in store for 2025.
Yeah, see you in 2025. Oh my.
I've been told to say bye now. I'm having a hard time doing so. I'm not good at goodbyes. I usually just do the Irish goodbye and walk out. But here it is, the end of 2024, folks. We will see you next year in 2025, and we'll see you somewhere soon on the internet. Peace. Valkyrie. Fallen Knight gonna open it up here. Quick trade out there, and there's Fallen.
Although Invictus have just pistols to play with, they're gonna try and go for preemptive fights. MyLine will be the one opening things up. Damage has been done to the players from Rain as well, but up close, MyLine just making the best of it.
Open retake.
Such an advantage.
Try to work those angles. Stizek's great play. MyLine 1v1. It's Malik jumping out of the air.
Let them fall away. Fallen Knight is forced to fall. Shadow fully flashed though. So he tried to help in, tried to chip in to no avail because Faultless falls. The site looks to be under control here for Invictus. 1-for-1 trades are coming out. A wallbang found. Takes him down. It's all down to Malik here. The 1 versus 3. That's a fight against 1. Make it 2. Not the...
Am I seeing that correctly? Yeah, I just adjusted my eyes. Yeah, that is okay. Very interesting. Shadow gonna find Malik, trying to double up with his Valley, gonna put it down on the ground. Stizek and Flash coming out. He's about to swing, and he sees plenty of players to shoot at. He's able to drop Jimmy, and it's Fallen Knight with 2. Make it 3 with the Valley pops on out, and Shadow blinded takes him down. To see who in the kill feed. Here's Naxera. Oh my gosh! You do what? No! I thought he was gonna have it.
Boss push from Invictus seems to be working, like aggressive pushes, but this time a hold that's so great from Rain.
I'm sure fresh in both of these teams' minds, and they prepared for pistol round. Oh, they got multiple shots going down. Invictus takes it. We are getting right to it. Nothing slowing down at all. Rain finding 2 quick off the bat and make that 3. MyLine with the knife to beat.
Not gonna go for this retake anymore. The lurk from Malik will catch this.
Yeah, good old Plaza and Barcelona. We'll see. Still a lot of stuff can happen here. Jimmy cracking up the kill feed, trying to find a second. It's actually gonna be Malik putting it on MyLine, and now they're flashed out and just calming down a little bit, re-stabilizing here. Jimmy in the corner. Don't ruin that other package of mine, man. Another shot there on Shadow, looking for his 3rd. Malik gonna deny it. Might be a full house here for the side of Invictus. Jimmy, oh man, Malik is gonna...
Why wouldn't they take Canals being so defaulty? Oh, Malik! Bye-bye, MyLine and Shadow. Through the smoke, 2 headshots, immediately opening up the door, and there's your round. Let's see who's gonna go to 11. Shadow. First contact there towards the coalition spawn. Flashed and Fallen Knight, but he's trying to watch the boxes side. Shadow up close, will look to swing. Xera runs his way down. Managed to find Shadow. Jimmy climbing up the stairs. Retaken by stages with full blind. A lurking play from Faultless comes out. Everything going south though for Invictus. Xera's gonna have to clutch. And a 1v1 goes to Faultless.
So Rain is just playing together better as a team, and they're sticking to strategy. That's the key. People don't get that word is thrown around so much, but strategy, you gotta stick to it. Even if it's not working necessarily in a couple rounds, you gotta keep sticking to strategy, going over and over and over again. And what's working so far is this bomb retake. Valkyrie trying to end the broken by, so we'll see.
Okay, let's see what they can do. Noxic with the opener, of course. The Belarusian trying to make it happen for his team. Good shot from Malik will be found with another one potentially going his way. It's a little bit of a tough fight there against Fallen Knight. Now the only one left standing. Can Malik do it? Both off, defusing. Fallen Knight goes for the ninja. Fallen Knight goes all the way. Oh, Fallen Knight!
Pressure makes diamonds, and that's what. Oh my gosh!
Dude, that's the second time with the switch up of play for Fallen Knight. Nah, you can't try and stop this counterpart. It's Fallen Knight switching it up, getting an entry elsewhere. Now looking for more.
Yeah, you gotta push B, you gotta flash out. Oh my gosh, I thought he hit that. Did he actually tag him?
I think he, yeah.
I mean, they are on fire. There's not enough rain to...
Another switch.
Ouch. Oh, that was close. Just a little to the left.
They shine. Malik's gonna have to run still very far. Catching Fallen Knight, of course. That's at least alert falling. The wallbang will do the job. MyLine taken by Malik, who's trying to stomp them once more. Needs
2 players alive. Malik very low HP.
And Nervous, just casually taking them all down. 4 players pushing, going aggressive. MyLine sent to heaven, but the Modan is here. Shadow Fallen Knight clinching up. 2 more kills to find to crown themselves world champion. Every single time Rain plays in pro leagues, they don't quote unquote seem to care. But when it's worlds, when it backs against the wall, this team is on another level.